Hey guys, our apologies for the delay on this episode, but we've got a treat for you today. None other than Manly Sea Eagles superstar Josh Aloiai, just recently retired. Welcome to episode 15 of Health and Wealth.
Bro, thanks heaps for having me.
It's a pleasure, man. Finally we could get the times right and log it in.
Hard, bro.
Like I told you anyway, I pretty much watched all your guys' episodes from the start. Initially I thought I was going to watch it for a laugh, and then it was, I learned heaps, about all the stuff you guys are talking about, and trauma, and bring a bit of awareness, self-awareness.
Crying a bit here and there.
Yeah, cry under the waterfall.
Yeah. Boys to men music. Real nigga shit.
Nah, it's been mean, and it's cool now I get to chat to you guys about stuff too.
What's going on, boys?
Bro, hectic, bro.
I don't know, cuz I'm not into the whole sport thing, so I wouldn't know where to start about his sport career, but fuck the mental health side, we can talk about, we can hang with that
Bro,
shit.
his career speaks for itself.
I was telling Maui, like all my brothers and best mates back in New Zealand, like they're mostly nerds anyway. Like the last 11 years, they don't even watch any of my footy. So I can connect to them on other levels anyway.
That's mad, bro.
So I like this nerd maybe. So nah, it's all good. It's crazy.
Nerds own the world, cuz I don't care.
But one of the things, Josh, man, that I really liked about like your whole career is like, see, we've because a lot of people they profess the faith, but then like, how do I say it? Like, because you're a Christian, yeah?
Yeah, I'm
You know
a
what I mean?
passionate Christian.
Yeah, passionate Christian, bro. And a lot of people, bro, you know how they say that they're after, more so after the hand than the heart. I think you said it on
I like
the
that a
interview.
lot. Yeah.
And with you, bro, like what really got me into, because I followed a bit when you came over from New Zealand and you were playing juniors at Para.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, because you played with my nephew.
Okay.
You played with my nephew.
Yeah.
And then fast forward all the way down to, I think it was like 2-3 years ago when you said that you weren't putting on the Pride jersey.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, man, this guy. Only people that have a real relationship with their faith, bro, have that strength to stand like that. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I try to be real transparent with my faith too.
Yeah.
Is that like, bro, it's a hard journey, and like
Right,
I don't have it all
100%.
together.
100%.
And like I don't try to talk a certain way and act like I've got it all together, and I don't try and
Yeah.
But I will fight the good fight, and I will, like on the things that I believe in, I'll stand 10 toes too.
100%, bro. And the way you stood there, bro, because a lot of people, that's their dream, bro. And to have it up there, like, do you know what happened with Israel?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Easy for like when he stood up and said what he said, and then they banned him, bro. And for you to do that, man, I was like, she.
If people like wanted me to get out and say, oh, it was a really hard decision to make, I was really worried about my teammates and what the left would think, or offending the like LGBT community, they're wrong.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a hard decision to make.
As a religious man, it's the easiest.
It's easy.
You draw the line straight away.
Yeah, like certain hills I'll die on.
Yeah.
And that's not saying like,
Hey, bar.
oh, already, I always use that now from you.
Yeah, you hear the play, like.
I steal your guys' bars from House and Wealth and speak to my teammates, and they're like, "This guy's wise." Really, copy and paste on the notes. Gotcha, niggas. Nah, but yeah, like I said, heaps of people are like, "Oh, you guys are self-righteous, not wearing that jersey. You guys are this and that." It's not that. It's not that. Hey, another part for you, like, I don't go to the doctor when I'm healthy. I go when I'm sick. So it's the same thing with my faith, Like I'm a sick human being that needs a savior. So,
Bro, 100%, man.
and then when it comes to all that stuff, taking a stance on certain things, easiest decision I ever made. Like, as soon as I heard that jersey was being played in, I was like, oh, cool, I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Like, give me a jersey. I'll play in another jersey that week.
Yeah.
They knocked that back. Then I had a few different ideas. They knocked that back, and I was like, oh no, I won't play.
Yeah.
Because if I really am the man that I say I am, when my sons look at me in times to come, imagine they're like, bro, did you fold?
Yeah.
Did you fold under a little bit of pressure? And then they give me the side eye, I'm like, oh, I'm not who I say I am. When my boys are looking up to me, or my older brothers, like when I talk to them, they're like, did you actually wear that jersey in the weekend? Even though it goes against everything we believe in. Bro, you're a folder.
Yeah.
The Christians I look up to, my older brothers, imagine that. And I'm like, no chance.
Just upholding the truth that you teach to your kids is a massive thing,
Kind of, especially now that I've got sons, Like, I want them to stand, like, on the things that are really important. I don't want them to compromise it for no one.
They know when you're a hypocrite, lad. They can see it, bro.
Sooner
even
or
at
later,
a young age, even at a young age, they can. I could back in the day. So
Like they
100%.
say, kids see everything.
They
man.
do, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, and I feel like in this day and age, Josh, man, like bro, to have an opinion, bro, fuck, man, you get pumped hard, bro, especially with like being in the media, because I feel like with the footy players, bro, like there's no celebrities, there's no like top notch or anything happening in like the States.
Yeah.
The celebrities are the sports stars here, I feel like. So
That's
whatever
it,
they say, bro, whatever they do, they get smashed, bro, on every level.
But my last couple of years of football, I asked not to be on media. Because like I just have to like be so fake and not really speak my mind and then
hard.
be so like politically correct when I answer questions. I'm like
yeah.
a robot. I'm like an Indian robot.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
the way you look straight at the camera. What was that? What?
Yeah, that boy's trained good today.
Oh, fuck, he's going on his page next.
I got ops now. Nah, but it's the same. Like, bro, you can't really speak your mind and all that, or they all have like a big cry.
Yeah.
Like, they're allowed opinions and we're not. It's
Yeah.
just like I'm a bit over it.
Did it cause a lot of division within the club?
It did actually.
They would have, eh?
Yeah. Because a lot of guys, like, football is the top of their everything, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not that mad at them. They just don't understand that, like, football for me is not everything. Like, but it's like God, family, sometimes other stuff, and then maybe football somewhere there. For them, football is everything. So when we turned our back on that, they felt like we were dogging them.
Yeah.
But, like, it's way deeper than that. And they don't understand. Like, it's different cultures.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah, it's just different cultures. Yeah.
Faithful man, bro.
Yo.
No
Team
one would
sports
ever.
are weird, bro.
Yeah.
Because like one decision can affect everyone.
I just don't understand how they try to, with that whole movement, man, how they try to make us conform to what's not naturally fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah, hard. Hello. Yeah.
There's no issue with what they're doing. It's just don't make me do it.
Why you gotta
Don't
come and
teach it to
convince
the
me
kids.
to?
Try and convince me
crazy.
all you want, but don't talk to the kids about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that's
they're
where I draw the
infiltrating
line.
our
like.
libraries, fixing the books.
Yeah.
They're infiltrating our daycares. They're
That's where we
infiltrating
draw the
like,
line. Is the kids, eh?
yeah,
You can try and yap to me all you want. I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to fold to it. But
That's
to
right,
the kids,
eh?
they're impressionable.
Apparently they're trying to teach it at schools and they've got
Yeah.
books with gender neutral.
Oh, heaps of that
categories.
stuff.
It's getting
You
crazy,
got drag
bro.
queens like dancing for kids. Like no drag queens are gonna be twerking on my sons.
Man,
Like,
that's
bro,
Fuck.
Yeah,
Guys.
they've already started that in America, like I think a year ago.
All
Why
of
would you
that,
hypersexualize a situation with a child in it?
They don't know right from wrong. You're gonna show them.
that's where it's leading though. They are hypersexualizing everything.
Change the generation, bro. You get the kids,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You know, children, they're easily influenced. If you tell them something for a period of time, they're gonna believe it. They're gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh yeah.
That's right, especially in a schooling system where they spend so much time there every day.
Hard.
Because I haven't felt that nervous about something in a real long time. But one of the things I'm nervous of is my older boy going to school next year. But I'll make sure I'm on top of and like obviously I just need to be doing a good job at home and that. But
Yeah.
like some of the things, I don't know what the teachers believe and what they're going to be whispering in his ears. I don't know what kind of books they're going to be throwing at him in the library.
I think
it's a
you'll
little
be
bit
pleasantly
scary.
surprised because what happens is he'll hear that, and because of the bond you guys have created, he'll hear that at school, and then he'll come home and be like, "Dad, I just heard the dumbest shit, eh?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully.
That's one side of it, and then like the other side of it is he'll come home, but you'll see signs of shit changing, and you'll have a clear indication. Unless you're blind, you'll have a clear indication if something's happening. So you'll know. It's not like it'll go under the radar.
Yeah, true.
So
No,
you'll be
yeah, I
alright.
hope so, yeah.
You'll be all right. Because you can't just introduce, like all his life you've been teaching him one thing. You can't just introduce some new stimuli and expect it not to do anything.
Yeah, I'm probably overthinking a bit. Yeah, you're
Not
right.
overthinking, you should be wary about it, but like, you'll be all right. Like, as far as dads go, lad, fuck, he's a role model, so you'll be all right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
trying
It's
to.
scary, but you'll be all right.
Hey Josh, give us a bit of a backstory
Yeah.
from the beginning, lad.
Oh, from the beginning. So like,
Growing up from when you were young.
yeah,
all the
so
way
in New
through to-
Zealand, I grew up in New Zealand, and then like, so I lost my dad kind of like in my teens, and then bro, since that moment, I felt like the weight of the world was on my shoulders to like save my family. So football for me, like, I had a real different relationship with football than I reckon a lot of other people did, because like our main provider of the house, like we already weren't like a well-off family. I wouldn't say we were poverty, like we had enough, we were happy as, but like we lost our main provider at like a vital time. We're in high school. Then I was like, shucks, I got to crack the NRL. I got to crack the NRL to like make it for my family. So football for me has always been pressure.
Yeah.
It hasn't been like, oh, love of the game. Like if I'm honest, like bro,
Pressure to make it, eh?
bro, pressure to make it, pressure to hold my position, pressure to get a new contract, pressure to save money and help my family, pressure to set up, and then it transitioned to setting up for my kids. So like I reckon I had a real unhealthy outlook, but it did bring out the best in me, but I reckon I didn't enjoy the ride as much as I could have. Yeah.
Teenage years, adulthood.
All of that, like, bro, I probably could have enjoyed it a lot more. But I was always like thinking, like, you know, whether it was like for my mum who became a single mum, doing stuff to help her out, or my brothers and sisters.
That's a driving force in itself, the mother, eh?
Yeah, like what we're talking about just downstairs, you know what I mean? So like, I felt like it was all my job. So that relationship with football, like a lot of people were like, oh man, I just fell in love with the game. And I was like, bro, that was my ticket. I just had to throw all my eggs into that basket. I hope that I could crack it for my family. And bro,
Yeah, I get it, bro.
Yeah.
It means to an end.
Yeah, it is. But like, don't get me wrong, there was parts that I loved. Like I loved heaps of it. I probably wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely had a different relationship to football than like a lot of other people had.
It was for survival, eh?
I guess, I guess.
Do you find it hard to go through the sport when everyone else is enjoying themselves and you felt like it was a chore?
Good question.
Bro, you done pretty well, bro.
You know when you mow the lawn and you're like, fuck, I hate fucking mowing the lawn, and you mow it shit, so you have to do it again?
Nah, bro, good question. Nah, because there was stuff I did love.
Okay.
Like there was stuff within the game that I loved. But I love that, like, I love the physical parts of the game. I didn't love running, bro. Like, everyone that knows, like, that's done fully with me, I ran because I had to. But, like, being able to, like, you know, like, smoke someone on defense, like, stuff like that. Those moments where you've smoked someone, that's a nice feeling. Moments when you've had a good game against a good team and then you come off, you're like, oh, mad. And then, like, little moments where, like, you got to take a courage carry off the kickoff and there's, like, a couple front rows in front of you and my son's standing in the second row. Then in my mind, I'm like, watch this. And then rather than running at a center, I was like, I'm gonna run at these 3 front rows because I want to show my son I am who I say I am. So like, bro, I just had the most demons my whole career, but I reckon it helped me in a way. Like, I had the maddest imposter syndrome. I reckon my whole career too. Like, for everything, like, bro, like,
crazy.
There were so many times, like, off a kickoff, there's like a front rower, a back rower, and then a smaller center and a wing. And then I'd be like, if I run at the center or wing, I'm a cat. So let's go. Let's run at the front row. But you know, only because I play games in my head, but I could have saved myself some heartache by playing a little bit smarter sometimes. Like all of us. But yeah, heaps of it was that, like, especially later in my career when I had my son, I was like, when my son watches this, I just want him to see that everything that I'm going to ask of them, I was willing to do it too. Yeah. Not those guys that are, go do this, go do that, do hard things, and then I'm sitting back chilling, or a coward.
If daddy done it, I can do it, you know what I mean?
Kind of, eh?
Show them it's possible, though.
Hey, Josh, see with your upbringing, man, like having that, like what you just said about like the pressure to make it, like it was like a means to an end. You just had to make the NRL. With the NRL being like, and footy just in general being a high pressure environment, the pressure of home and the pressure of trying to make it and the pressures of NRL, how did that affect your mental health, bro?
Crazy. And like probably the only person was my wife that knows like the mental toll that it took.
Yeah.
And
because you suffered a lot of injuries, bro.
But I was pretty much rehab play.
Yeah, bro.
Rehab, like pretty much every off season. I think like 8 out of 11 off seasons, I was getting surgery.
Yeah.
To get stuff fixed up so I could get ready for the next year.
What was that hip injury?
Bro, I broke my hip. How do you know about that? Bro, you really do know.
Yeah. I really do talk my shit. I know
Okay, you're not lying. You're not lying.
Mum, man.
Oh,
He's a fucking NRL fan.
That's bad. Nah, gee, so I broke my hip.
Yeah.
And then that was when I was at Para.
Yeah.
So Parramatta actually brought me over as a junior and I broke my hip. And then they pretty much sacked me. They were like, oh, you're no good. Good chance you won't play footy again.
That's a massive injury, bro, for any athlete,
It's
bro.
a bad one, eh? It's a bad one.
Hip injuries, bro.
Actually, Buzzy story for that. And then during that rehab, Para sacked me.
Yeah.
And they were like, bro, you're no good. You might not play footy again. And then Tigers picked me up on a limb. And they were like, if we can rehab you, you might be all right. And then
who was coaching there at the time?
Jason Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? Like, he was so good to me. Heaps of people don't like him. But man, he was so good to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Eh? This buzzy thing happened. My auntie come to me one night, and we were talking about it the other day actually. She was like, God reassured me in my spirit that your hip is gonna heal and you're never gonna have another problem with it.
And you didn't.
And then I was like, okay, bro, I've never had a problem with this hip. Tigers rehabbed me that year,
Yeah.
and then it was my first year of NRL. I played every single game of NRL,
Yeah, yeah.
and this is not a boast for me, because for me this is like a boast to God. Like
Yeah,
You're the first
Bro,
to do it too.
You got
I
that
was
award.
the first and only rookie to ever play
Yeah,
every
every game,
NRL
Every
game
NRL, yeah.
at the Tigers. I was like, and then I just thought back to my auntie's
auntie,
prayers,
yeah.
and I was like, bro, God's good.
Shout
That's
out auntie,
crazy.
bro.
That's
Mad,
yeah,
bro.
Shout
yeah.
out auntie, bro.
Yeah, and she's one of the ones. Her and my uncle, they took me in when I first moved to Australia. So I lived with them for a couple of years. They're Tongan actually.
Oh yeah.
So my uncle's Tongan. He's
Yeah.
a Pahulu. He's from Folaha.
Voila.
Voila.
Yeah.
You said it right.
Yeah.
the dog.
And then so he married my auntie on my Samoan side. So I was living with my Samoan, Tongan, Māori family the first couple of years of Australia, and they took me in.
Jeez.
When you came straight from there, was it straight into the NRL straight away?
No, because I was playing juniors at Para,
Yeah.
and then I was playing a little bit of New South Wales Cup there too. But I was a kid, and then I broke my hip, and then they moved me on, and then Tigers took me in, and then that's when I spent 5 years or 6 years there or whatever, and then the last 5 at Manly.
When you were playing footy at New Zealand, is it like what was it Buttercup Cup?
What was I playing? Because I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I would have just been playing like under 15s or something.
Oh, that young,
and
they
then
got
like
you, they
rep
got you.
teams, like whatever rep teams
Yeah.
there were. Yeah. I moved over when I was freshly 17 or maybe 16. Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of talent over there, but I feel like they purposely keep one team over there so they could filter all the players over here. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, sometimes.
Like,
Because
bro,
we need
one
more
team-
programs there. Like
Oh,
more
yeah.
systems. We need more systems
yeah.
there to like train the kids. Like you look here, there's like rugby league programs left, right and centre.
Yeah, yeah.
There's systems, there's Bulldogs juniors all around the corner.
But it's more union over there still, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think league's taking over. Especially with the last couple of years, Warriors doing way better.
Yeah, yeah.
I reckon league's taking over a little bit.
You know,
Yeah.
being a competitive athlete,
Yeah.
what was it that prepared you for the emotional roller coaster that you go through?
Bro, so early on in my career, after like I was telling you, like early on, lost my dad, we lost heaps of family members in a space of a couple of years. I started like, bro, one thing with my brothers, they have like a useless emotional intelligence.
How many brothers you have?
2 older brothers, they're my best mates.
Yeah.
Like-
Shout out to the brothers.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a proper relationship. Like,
So those guys, like, bro, useless. Like, throughout all our trauma, like, they just done their own thing.
yeah.
Would never check in and say,
Yeah.
which is, I think, normal in, like, our families. Like,
Yeah,
don't ever say, like, oh, you're doing all good and all that.
You okay? You okay? You
Oh,
okay?
nah. Never. Not even that.
You'll be right.
Yeah. I was just like, you deal with your stuff, I'll deal with my stuff.
Yeah.
But then we've been tight like that, me and my 2 older brothers. So I think early on, I was like, bro, nothing's as hard as what I've been through.
Yeah.
And so when I come over to Australia, left all my family, like that was hard.
Yeah.
Like I was homesick, but then I was like,
Yeah,
after
you
what
would
I've
be,
been
bro.
through, bro, nothing's
Yeah.
that hard. And then, bro, my career was not smooth. Like you said, injuries after injuries, but I was even surprised I got out as many games as I did. And like that.
64.
Yeah. Thanks, Dax.
Bro, because losing your father at such a young age, what was it that kept you on track?
Bro, I had this conversation with my brother the other day. It must have been the grace of God, because me, my brothers, and my little sister, we should have ended up so bad,
Yeah.
Like, none of us knew how to deal with our trauma. None of us supported each other in our trauma. And then, I don't know, like, we all just landed on our feet. So that's,
God is good, man.
that's all I can really put it down to, because, like, statistically, you put us in a statistic box
Yeah.
and you run all the
Yeah,
stats to
you
us.
Tick your head in a certain way, but
Oh, bro, we should be, like, over here.
Outlier, bro.
Yeah.
Outlier.
Yeah, but like my brothers, you know, they're married, they got kids. My little sister, she's married, got a kid, my godson. Me too, and my boys. Yeah, it's real weird anomaly, and I can't be coincidence, eh? Yeah.
At what age was it that you had the light bulb moment that you had like deep rooted traumas?
Shucks. I don't know, cause I always seen my older brothers, bro, they never sucked and they never feel sorry for themselves. They just got on with life. I was a bit the same. And then I must have just put all my effort into like my football, my faith. But I don't know if I really ever identified my traumas properly until maybe the last 4 or 5 years.
Some people
or
hit them
something.
late, yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah. Some
Or like I
people early,
always
some
knew it was
people-
there. Don't get me wrong. I knew I'd been through some hard stuff, but
You
like
didn't know the severity of it, eh?
Nah, not until I've been learning more now. Say like dealing with like family members that have been through stuff, or now I'm like, man, if I went through that, I would have helped my little sister a little bit more. That's one of my main things. Like I would have emotionally supported my little sister, but a little bit more through it. But bro, I don't know any of this. Like I was a kid too.
hard.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, was growing up as kids, bro, with your old man being like doing the whole Brazilian Jiu-jitsu thing. Was that a staple growing up as a kid? For you boys growing up, it would have been.
It was a little bit. It was always some kind of combat, eh?
Yeah.
So we done jiu-jitsu growing up at Oliver MMA. If you know Steve Oliver, he pretty much runs the whole jiu-jitsu game in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So he was like a brother to my dad.
Yeah.
Big. He's like Cash's size.
Yeah.
But maybe add like another 10 kilos. He's a big also.
Yeah.
But he's Palangi.
Yeah.
And him and my dad were close as, but he was a real hard man.
Hard, man.
He used to make us cry every jiu-jitsu session. So like, bro, he was the
already
scariest
prepared
too.
for the environment, eh?
Nah, but I messaged him the other day when I took a video of my son rolling, and then I was like, how come this trainer's not a prick like you were to us? Laughing faces, and then he was just like, oh nah, oh you might have to blur this out. He's going, oh you guys are fucking retards, that's why. You're gonna have to blur that out. But then he was just like, nah, you guys were soft, that's why. And I was like, and then bro, as soon as we were allowed to stop doing jiu-jitsu, we stopped, and then we went to striking. So like our background was like more like stand-up striking. My brothers were pretty good at boxing.
Yeah,
One of my little sister's husband, he's won a couple like New Zealand titles.
Yeah. Because I thought it was boxing, and then I seen you won the opens.
Oh, recently, that's kind of like my new venture.
And I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, a grappler too, bro.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to plug my new ventures on Health and Wealth, but yeah, that's what I'm doing now anyway. Yeah.
Man,
That's dangerous, bro.
Plug him, lad. Plug him.
That's all good. I feel funny. But
That's why he used to manhandle everyone on the field. Like.
Nah, it's been helpful, like knowing wrestle, yeah. Oh, so that's what I'm doing anyway in a nutshell now, like teaching kids how to wrestle and the value of
That's
it
mad,
for
bro.
football.
Yeah.
For football, it helps. So then I'm just trying to get my skills up too and compete and all that.
Yeah.
So
Community building.
You know when you came over here and you started playing in our real, right?
yeah.
Did you deal with a lot of hate amongst our Pacific Islander community?
I didn't personally. Like I didn't personally, but there is a lot of hate in our community, eh? And I was talking with Moe about that before.
bro.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot, man.
Yeah. Because what?
Especially for the ones doing it well.
What's your opinion on it? On, like,
Yeah.
there's
It's
lot
a
of-
hard one because I was thinking about it today, and like maybe because a lot of us come from like trauma or abusive households, or just we adopt like toxic behavior and think it's normal, like
Western ways.
maybe, or like even the way like we would deal with our trauma within home.
Yeah, true.
It's just like not
Internalized. Shut up. You can't feel that.
yeah, or like all that kind of stuff. We don't have any emotional intelligence, like
At all.
none. Eh? So maybe that's why, because hurt people, and those are the houses that we come from, and then we filter it out into the community. Maybe, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. What do you reckon?
Would you say there's a lot of tall poppy syndrome in your demographic?
Pacific Island is different level. I don't know. There's just a lot of self-hate amongst our people. It's like we don't love ourselves. So we just project on each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's probably part of it, eh?
That comes
Because a lot
the
of us
trauma,
come
bro.
from, like the environments we come from, poverty, abusive households.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be happy about. You know what I mean? So if you see someone else going get in the head, it's like, why does he get it, not me? I've been through more than him. You know what I mean? Well, that's my perspective anyway.
I done one of those emotional intelligence tests ages ago, and like one of the lowest things I had was self-love, and I was like, oh bro, like I'm really secure in myself, like I'm pretty all good.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize like I had like close to no self-love.
You can still be a good person and not love yourself.
Yeah, I didn't realize like I didn't even realize it was a thing. It was nothing. It was something that I didn't even think about.
I think the kindest people have the lowest self-esteem because they seek validation in others. Like they try to make everyone else around them happy to try to fulfill themselves.
Put everyone else on there,
Yeah.
or you're
Yeah,
maybe.
and then you get pushed to the bottom at the end of the day.
While you're dying inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey. I like that.
Sad
I'm so
clown
happy
lad.
for you. What do you reckon, Tim? You're good at this stuff.
Fuck, bro. What's the question again?
He's our resident expert, bro.
Why is there so much hate amongst the Pacific Islander
Bro,
community?
fuck, I reckon, because when I came to realization of it was when I was young. I didn't, because growing up with my brothers, like we didn't hang around much Islanders. We didn't get along with them
Yeah.
Because of that reason.
because of that reason. And then, bro, it got to the point where I didn't like my own people. It was bad, bro.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like them. Didn't like anything about them. It was just I was a Tongan at home, and then when I went out, I was just like I was an Aussie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't until I went back home, I think I was like 14, 15, and I seen our people and our culture. And that's when I fell in love. I'm like, fuck, this is what our people are. Like we call the Friendly Islands, the Tongan.
Yeah.
And then I fell in love with our culture, our people, and then I sort of like, I fell in love with the people, and then I brought that love back.
Yeah.
And then I realized, man, like it's just the whole Western way, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everyone back at home, they're poor and happy. And I feel like when it's here, and especially in Sydney, there's a big rat race here. There's a
Less
rat race there.
complicated,
Yeah.
eh?
There's a lot going on here, man, and sort of like you forget like your identity, so to speak, of like why you do what you do, who you are, and what your cultures are. And I feel like when we veer away from that, bro, then everything else stems from that hate, all that type of stuff.
We
I
were
don't know,
talking
that's
about
my
it before, me and you, when you were telling me you went to Samoa. Oh, sorry, back to Tonga,
Yeah.
and everyone was happy and they had nothing.
Yeah. 100%. That's my opinion. I just feel like though, when the Western ways gets involved, the whole Western culture, it's sort of like dilutes your personality as a person. That's if you're not secure in who you are.
Yeah. So I feel like now that like we're starting to learn like more about like emotional intelligence and stuff like that, like a good thing for us to do is say like, whether it's like Samoan or Tongan culture, say like, I love these parts of it,
Hard.
and these parts are rubbish. Like I'm not gonna pass these on.
Yeah.
Some of the Western stuff, oh, that's actually good.
Yeah.
And then some of the stuff like, oh no, you're not polluting me with some of that stuff.
Hard.
I feel like that's kind of the juggling act we have to do now, because we have the most beautiful things in our culture.
Bro, the most beautiful is,
Yeah,
man.
whether it's like family orientated, like or like so selfless. Some of our people will give the last of what they have.
100. That's just
You know
us.
what I
That's
mean?
our people. I
Yeah.
love that,
So some of those
100%.
things are like the most beautiful things
Bro.
that we need to hold on to, and then some of the other stuff like
You know, when you grow up with nothing, you know the value of things. So you're easily
hard.
giving. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like about our people. We do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Last dollar, here, have it.
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah,
I feel like we still uphold that in the islands, but I feel like when we come here, it's sort of like every man for himself.
You've been back to the islands, eh?
I go back on Saturday to Samoa. I haven't been to Samoa since I went with my dad and my brothers. But I go on Saturday for my mate's wedding.
That's mad.
How good is it? But
Yeah.
we can go next door and borrow a jar of sugar.
Yeah,
You do that here, they call the cops.
yeah.
Maybe on
It's on
Especially if
Instagram.
you're knocking on
Yeah,
the
hard, bro. It's on Instagram. He was at my house asking for sugar. World star.
Cash, taking sugar from neighbors.
Better than shitting in the hallway. You what were you saying about Samoa?
Yeah. No, I go on Saturday. I go on Saturday for my mate's wedding. So, no, I'm looking forward to going. You're right, bro. It feels like things are way less complicated there.
So much.
Hey, all these devices that make things easier, actually making things more complicated
bro,
too many
and
moving parts.
messing us up, eh?
100%.
Too many moving parts, bro, to control.
Yeah, hard.
That's the second wife. Yeah.
It is, eh? Yeah, straight up.
Have you seen that thing where they photoshopped everyone on their phone, but then they've taken it out?
Yeah, how dumb you look.
And
They're all
it's
just in
everyone
there-
just looking at their hand.
Yeah, you look like a fool, eh?
Freaky, bro.
It's true.
It's freaky this day.
Imagine people 100 years ago
Seeing
looking at like today people on the train, they'll be like, bro, what are these guys doing? Are they robots?
zombies, bro.
Bro, I went to the
Yeah,
shops. bro.
zombies, eh?
Zombies, bro.
Everyone was on their shops, on their phones when I went to the shops,
Yeah.
lad. And I'm looking and I'm like, fuck, bro, there's a bloke and a chick on a date and they're both on their phones.
Yeah.
Like, aren't you supposed to be getting to know each other?
Hard.
Like,
Maybe
how
they're
did-
texting each other questions.
Yeah, how fucking weird is that, bro?
Yeah.
How weird is that?
Every time I'm with my partner, she's on her phone, I go, get off the fucking phone.
You know what?
You can get on it when we're not together.
Hard.
I
She's
can't remember
there
if we've-
full every 5 seconds. I'm like, we're watching a movie. I'm like, you know what? We'll just turn it off and watch you on your phone.
I don't know if we've spoken about this before, but you know, with the lack of human interaction because of the phones, that's why people are so desensitized when they see fucked up shit in front of them. Because like to them, it's not actually happening. It's not real. It's just what they saw on their phone, but they're seeing it in person.
True, eh?
Remember the bus driver thing we were talking
Yeah,
about? I think that's what it was, eh?
Bro,
They get the experience
that
without
shook me,
actually
eh?
having to be there.
That bus thing.
Bro, that's what the
That
result
girl
is.
getting stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, was it the bus driver thing?
Oh, that's the one
that
I was
was
talking
fucked.
about.
That was fucked. Yeah, that was
shook
really
me,
bad.
that-
The black guy that stabbed the girl?
Yeah, and no one done anything, lad.
Yeah.
That is part of it because look, if you're always on your phone, you don't have any human interaction. You stop seeing people
Yeah,
as
you don't know how to
humans.
react, yeah.
You start seeing them as just other like bots, like NPCs, right?
Yeah.
So you start to lose your humanity, and then that's the situation that occurs.
The way they programmed everything as well, the
Bro.
gaming's violent, the movies,
Yeah.
everything on TV is just desensitized the whole population. Shit like that happens and they just let it go.
Hard,
Like, well, no one even pays attention to it.
bro, it's
crazy.
full frontal nudity in fucking movies now. Imagine,
Yeah.
but when I was a kid, like not even that long ago, and it wasn't like that.
But even the
Let
radio
alone-
these days, bro.
I never thought I'd
Riding
see
with
that
my
time,
son,
man.
bro, and they're swearing, full blown swearing.
Yeah,
Bitch, fuck
bro.
this. I'm like, bro.
Remember
full
they used to
changing
have
stations.
to, bro,
Bleep
they
it.
used to have to get it cleared and all that.
Yeah,
bro,
bro.
a little
Now it's
while
just-
ago.
Bro, I was watching a movie the other day, and Jennifer Lawrence comes on the beach, bro, fully naked, just running like a psycho. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Why'd
is
you
this?
keep rewinding it then?
Huh? Oh, bro.
Yo, creepy. Yo, creepy, man. Come on, bro.
Straight to the
Back of the bed. I knew it. These are too predictable now, bro.
do you reckon it's like a toxic environment these days to raise children in? What's one thing you struggle with as a father in today's time with everything happening in the media? Like,
But good question. No, just fatherhood in general is just being able to balance like, bro, I'm pretty hard and old school on my kids, but at the same
Best way
time,
to be, bro.
I love
Yeah.
seeing it, bro. Every time I
feel
see this.
straight.
oh yeah, you guys are my close friends.
Yeah.
These
wooden
guys don't
spoons,
know.
The wooden spoon.
He's raising two little boxing gangsters, bro.
Nah, yeah. So like, bro, having a good balance of like being able to drop the hammer on them and make sure like they know where to draw the line, but then also letting them be kids and be funny and be cheeky and all that.
You
but
gotta
then-
have a healthy medium between the two.
yeah, and just keeping that. And but have you ever heard of that book, Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink?
Nah. Oh, I know who
Jocko,
who
big
is,
Jocko.
bro.
Jocko's a guy.
I know you're
mad
talking
guy,
about
but
that.
Gone.
I've never seen the book.
Bro, so it just changed my perspective on like probably everything in life, whether it was like teams or even fatherhood. So like now when I see my kids acting out, like bro, that's on me. Like generally that's because I've been a little bit lazy. Like I've let him talk back a couple of times and then he thought he could talk back to his mum. And then you got to give him a fade. But then that's part of my fault because like when you let things go, like when I look at everything from like an ownership lens,
Yeah.
but you can't be a victim anymore in life. And that's how like I've looked at kind of like everything a lot more ever since I read that book. But yeah, so it's just, sorry, I was getting off track.
Yeah.
But yeah, just finding the happy medium, letting my kids be kids, have heaps of character, and like letting them express themselves, but then also like making sure they...
Not to the point where it's disrespectful out there.
Nah, like bro, like little stuff like they don't play fight with their mum, like they don't play fight with girls. They can hit me when we play fighting,
Like,
but
you're
they can't hit me out
really
of
old
anger.
school, eh?
Yeah, like that.
that.
I'm trying. But yeah, like they give me a good dong. Like they can fight me if it's for fun and not out of anger.
Yeah.
Like all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But then, bro, I think as they get older, I'm gonna try and not let them have devices and social media and that for as long as possible.
Yeah,
main
hard.
thing,
It's
eh?
inevitable,
Do you
bro. But as long as you
reckon?
can, man, just for them to have a proper childhood. Because I feel like
Yeah.
me and my brothers, bro, because we grew up before the social media hit. I reckon we had like the maddest upbringing, bro.
Same.
Bikes all in the backyard, bro. You
Same.
know what I mean? Climbing the
Yeah.
tree, riding the bikes, knocking on the neighbour's door. Hey, can you come out and play?
Yo.
You know what I mean? And
Playing Spotlight at the primary school up the road
Yeah.
at night time, if you're allowed out.
hard.
Remember there was
all
no,
that
you
kind of stuff.
couldn't just send a message to your mate. You had to ride the bike to his house, knock
Go
on
to the
door.
house, hope they're home.
Yeah. Oh, is Josh here?
Yeah.
Josh, your mate's here.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, no, he's not home.
Oh,
he
bro.
can't come out.
It's
He's in
not
trouble.
allowed out. Yeah,
What about the friend whose parents are racist? Is he coming out today? No, he's not here.
not with you.
He's home, but he's not coming out here.
I'm not letting him hang with you monkeys.
No.
On the topic of like mental health and that, when really big change is implemented in someone's life or like thrust on them, I guess, it affects you a lot because everything that you're used to is sort of out of balance now. How did your retirement affect you and your mental health? Because you just recently retired, right?
I never had like a moment until I went to the last game of the year because they told me to go. So after I hurt my shoulder, I didn't go to any games the whole year.
Really?
And that was my way of just fully detaching.
Yeah.
And then they said, oh, you got to come to the last game. And then I went to the last game And then like I felt pretty rubbish sitting there watching. And I was like, I can still do this. Like mentally, I can still do it. Everything like, but just my shoulder, I can't. Like,
Yeah.
so it was a bit disappointing. Yada yada yada. But I'll tell you what was nice, bro, is like when I come to terms that when I came to peace that I was retiring, that weight of the world that I've held for the last 15 years,
Yeah.
bro, it just come off.
So it was good change.
Bro, it was like enormous. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
holy, like I feel like a new person. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, have I really been holding this for this long? And
A lot
now
of
like,
pressure, Josh, man.
yeah, it is But bro, I wouldn't have it any other way too. Like with my career, I wouldn't have a smoother journey or less injuries or I don't even, I'm gonna say I don't even care that I didn't win a comp. Like, cause I reckon everything happened for a reason. Maybe I won a
Character
comp.
development.
I didn't have all these injuries, but I might be heaps arrogant.
Yeah.
I might think I'm the man. I might have a huge ego.
Yeah.
Like I might just be a prick.
It's all character development, eh?
Yeah.
It was so good for my character. Now, like after all I've been through, I'm always pretty confident. Like, oh, I'll be alright. Like, throw something at me. Like, I'll be
You don't
alright.
learn from your wins, lad. You only learn from
Yeah.
your losses.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, having all that, like, not having that pressure there anymore, do you feel like life began straight after you retired?
A little bit in a different way.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's real important for men to get uncomfortable regularly. Like you'll know from your boxing,
Yeah,
like, from your
same, bro.
training. But like my
Need
boys
that,
need
bro.
to see that their dad is still like in the trenches.
Because it's a high pressure environment you've been in your whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but part of me does love it though. That's why I was like straight into that wrestling competition, for example.
Yeah.
Like I need to scratch that itch. I need to compete.
Yeah.
My shoulder's not great for boxing, but I was like, oh, I can wrestle, so let's wrestle.
As soon as do you feel like that itch is always there as a competitive athlete, even when you leave the sport?
I think so, because
Yeah.
I'm still training pretty hard, and like I still want to compete in wrestling, and then but I've got different purposes now.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to be in good shape, and so I can roll around with my sons when they want to wrestle when they're older, train with them, but then also like but the thing about pressure, the thing about being under the spotlight, having huge anxiety, when you're there, all the facades come off.
Yeah.
You find out who you really are.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's what I love about it.
Yeah.
You know what? Throw them in the fire, throw them under the lights, under all that pressure. Now, see all those facades, all the bravado.
The true
all
form
that.
of yourself, mate.
Yeah. Let's see if you really are who you
everything
say
you've
you
been
are.
running from, boy.
Yeah. Bro, and that's what I love about it. So like I feel like guys need to do that.
Yeah.
Like men need to do that.
Constantly test yourself, eh?
Yeah, bro, get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because people that don't are the ones that sit on the couch and watch them. Bro, you should have made that tackle. Because you don't know when you're tired off your feet. Because you don't ever get tired.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to tackle that 120 kilo front rower. But if you were getting tired in your spare time, you'll be like, oh, that'd be a hard tackle to make if you're tired.
The comfort of your own home eating chips. Bro, you should have got that.
Yeah.
They don't know the hours of training you've done just to get to that moment.
All that kind of stuff, eh? Or even like, bro, you'll know from boxing, like, these guys are like standing there saying like, throw the right hand. Cash,
Never been
just
in the
throw
ring,
your right hand, mate.
throw it.
But I haven't sparred before, so I wouldn't know, like, bro, if I throw my right hand there, he's going to move and he's going to put me down. You know, like, they don't know anything about that. They don't know how tired you are when you don't have the energy to even throw a punch. They also don't know, like, the anxiety, the pressure it takes to get in the ring.
The roller coaster, it's a fight in
Oh,
itself.
cuz, roller coaster, right? Like, I don't know if you heard what I was saying to the athletes the other day about that roller coaster.
Yeah, I was listening.
Yeah, I feel like that's important, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the first half of your life you were doing what needed to be done, and the second half you're doing what makes you happy?
Oh. Doing what needs to be done that makes you happy. Nah, I don't reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon like always fulfilling your duty as a man is the first thing always.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you can tie that into like
Yeah,
doing stuff that makes you happy,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
then that's good. Oh, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the selfish question.
Yeah, not those like, oh, I just want to go how I feel.
Yeah,
Go
hard,
with what your heart tells you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that. Nah, yeah, for sure, eh?
Like
For
living
sure.
for your family to make
Yeah.
them happy and provide.
Yeah, I reckon, I reckon. And then like my purposes behind training now and all that, like, you know, football went good, you know. Like right now, I'm not playing for lifelines and contracts and training for that.
Yeah.
I'm training for more fulfilling stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
100%.
Yeah.
We spoke a little bit on the phone the other day about this, but I had a question about like the NRL players when they leave the sport. What do they do? And we had a little chat about it, but I wanted to expand on it a little bit. So you were telling me about a lot of them get depressed when they leave the sport, right?
Yeah.
And like I sort of, because I always wondered, what do? You spend all this time training a skill, right? And you've got a skill set as a player, but that skill set doesn't really translate to any actual job that contributes to society that you can earn an income from. So I sort of had this thought that like maybe it's because they're leaving the sport. In Australia, rugby players are like king of the world in Australia. It's the top of the food chain, right? So they're basically being king tight at the top of the shit and going to a first year apprentice straight after that.
Yeah.
So like, I think that was what we sort of spoke about, but are there any like programs or anything like that can sort of get them to do that? Or is it all just focus on the sport and that's it?
Now the union and all the clubs have like education officers and all that.
Yeah.
They're actually really, really good with all the transitioning out of the game.
Okay.
Like they're like awareness for mental health and players transitioning. Like I have to give them a huge rap. They're actually gone. And like I probably disagree the more I think about it with what you say about like your skills not translating into the real world.
Yeah.
Because I actually think like the character that it builds in football,
Yeah, 100%.
like whether it's like work ethic, bro, I don't know if there's much things harder than rugby league.
Fair.
And then like being uncomfortable. If you're a good team player, you learn how to be selfless. You're good at working on teams. You're good at working in high pressure environments. So if you take those characteristics, you don't have like skill sets. But if you take those characteristics and apply them in any work field, you'll thrive.
Facts.
And that's part of the reason they thrive, or we thrived in the football arena, because we were able to produce those like those characteristics at a real high level. So you'll be able to do it in anywhere else if you channel it there.
But where do you start? That's the question, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
there's always that percentage of players that just can't deal outside of football. Like they just outside of football, they just don't know what they're doing.
And the reason that is, like, this is what I really believe it is, because their whole identity was, I'm Cash, the football player.
Yeah.
And
There's
not
nothing built around.
something else. Like they take pride in that more than anything, instead of being, I'm Cash the Christian, I'm Tim the father, I'm Josh the role model for my nephews and nieces that are doing it hard at the moment. And then when you take that away, then their whole identity is gone. No one wants photos with them anymore. No one cares about like them when they're out in public.
Because it's easy to get stuck in that time period of where you're the man.
That's it, You're like in reality, like I'm finished now. In 2 months, like no one really cares. There's a new guy that takes my spot. There's a new like NRL.
The show goes on, right?
Yeah, hard. So like, I was always pretty mindful, like not to have my identity wrapped up in that. That's why like, say like my relationship with God's more important. I would like to think that like my identity is more in that. My identity is more in being like a good father to my sons, a good husband, and like a strong man. Like a strong man, and all those other facets of like whether it's training, having hard conversations, or I don't know, like just being an intentional stand-up dude. Yeah,
Which you are.
Try to be sometimes.
Hey, Josh, you see with your kids, because playing sports myself, bro, I used to see a lot of dads, bro, like they were like the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and they didn't go all the way with their sports. So they pushed their son into like sports, and bro, like half of the kids I used to play with, they didn't even want to play footy. Just because their dad loved it, you know. In that, like I say that to say this, like with your kids, like have you pushed the sport on them, or you just like, because with mine, I just let them go towards whatever they want, and then like whatever decision they make, I'll be like, right, I'll support you like that. Are you sort of like the same thing, or are you sort of like, nah, we're knuckling up, bro?
I'm the other way around.
They're having fades.
I'm the
You're gonna see him like the little G's. Like, did you watch his story?
I saw it.
I'll add him to my close friends. Yeah. Sorry, it's not you. I'll get locked up. Nah, bro, I'm the other way around. Like, I don't really want them to do football. So like I've like kind of like never really
Yeah, yeah.
pushed it on them, and then they're not into it too,
Yeah.
which is cool. But like while they live under my roof, they will do jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
because it's good for their character.
100%.
Self-development tool.
But that's 100% what it is.
Yeah.
If they don't want to compete and do
Yeah.
competitions, cool.
I believe, Josh, man, that especially as a young boy, that they have to experience some sort of like craft of like combat,
Exactly.
whether it be
right.
boxing,
I agree.
rolling, jiu-jitsu, something where they can like exert themselves. Because I feel like that has a lot to do with like the emotional regulation when you're older. You know, have you seen those guys that grow up awkward and they spaz out over little things just because they didn't have that like solid foundations as a kid to know where to push it? I feel like as men, you know what I mean?
But
Like,
yeah, that's exactly like you pulled the words out of my mind.
Yeah.
But that's exactly why I got my kids in it.
yeah,
Because like as young men, you want them to like work hard.
yeah.
They're gonna get that.
Hard.
You also want them to take some losses
Yeah, bro.
and be able to take losses like men.
Yeah.
Like if my son drops the ball, for example, like I don't want to hear the sun was in my eyes.
Yeah.
You dropped the ball.
Yeah, take
If you get
accountability.
taken down, I don't want you to say you slipped on the mat.
Yeah.
You got taken
Own
down.
that shit, yeah.
Teaches
Like-
accountability, everything. Yeah.
All of that ownership stuff that I was talking to you about. So that's why I want him to do like what you're saying.
Yeah.
It will either be for my kids, it'll be jiu-jitsu or boxing,
Yeah.
because they will learn all that character stuff
Hard,
there.
bro. The
Exactly what
composure.
you were saying.
Composure for life, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. And bro, once they've done combat, you throw them into the real world, stuff gets thrown at them. Like you were saying,
Yeah.
you're not going to get overwhelmed.
100%.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll with whatever comes.
Yeah, same thing. Oh, play on words.
There's a lot of pressure in combat as well. So when they get put under pressure, they learn to think critically and logically, as opposed to reacting emotionally as well. Because when you
Yeah.
react off emotion, that's when you make the biggest mistakes of your life.
Yeah.
And when you can think logically under that much pressure, it just makes it.
Yeah, I feel like with us as Islanders, but we're very emotional.
We are, eh?
That's why we're on the piss, bro. We're bad.
It all
Just
comes
what-
out.
Yeah, bro, it all comes
Yeah,
out. I didn't know you felt like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh,
I thought we were all good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Think about it. We're we're just conditioned to internalize everything from when we're young.
Yeah.
We get beat. We're not allowed to feel certain things, and when we get older, we have drinks, and they're like, "Why is John acting like that? We were talking normal just an hour ago. Now he's trying to bash everyone."
Yeah.
Really,
true, eh?
But we've
you're
all been
there
in
angry at every unhappiness you've had in life, and you're directing it at people.
Yeah.
Come here, you
that's
fucking
true,
dog.
eh? Yeah.
We've all been in the drink up and it's been like that. Hey, why is he like that for? Fuck it. Leave this cunt here. Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, true, eh?
We're known for those aggressive drunks, eh?
But people with like that level of trauma, until they've dealt with the trauma, they shouldn't drink, eh?
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
100%.
Yeah.
Don't drink. Don't get into a relationship. Don't get into.
No, you're probably right, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. eh?
There's a lot of
Yeah.
things that you can. It's crazy, bro.
When you give your partner all of the information and all access into your heart, so she knows every button to push,
Oh,
so that
that's
can
dangerous,
trigger you
eh?
bad.
Because going into a relationship unhealed, you end up triggering every unhappiness you both had as a child in each other.
Yeah.
So you just sit there
true,
constantly,
eh?
just
Even if it's the one made for you.
Oh,
like you could be
It's
both.
even worse.
oh
You could be
shit!
both 30 years old and you're just sitting there like worst enemies, pressing each other's buttons and not even
Playground fighting, lad.
crazy. Yeah.
Like what you're saying, eh? You're like, you're either the right people for each other, but just not ready yet, eh?
Hard, bro.
Yeah, that's a dangerous
Remember, the
place
outlook
to
of
be,
your
I
trauma
guess.
determines everything, bro.
See, because what would your answer be to someone that like, say they're adult, and they've just started dealing with like childhood trauma, like molestation or rape? Like, what's their road of healing? Because I've had like people talk to me about that, and I've just said like, I don't know really. Like I don't know what that looks like. Most of the stuff I've learned a little bit about dealing with trauma was been from listening to your guys' podcast or different bits and pieces. Like,
Yeah.
what's the start?
For me, would be just accountability and just holding the mirror up, like.
Okay.
Yeah, like just holding the mirror up and just holding yourself accountable for everything, bro. Yeah, fucking answer it anyway, Tim.
Bro,
Expand on it.
fuck.
Because like it's just flooded back, and
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
had to deal with like something really atrocious that's happened as a kid. Like, what's their journey of healing? What does that path look like?
Bro, the first thing, bro, is like ownership, acknowledging that it did happen, because a lot of the times when we suffer trauma, especially physical and emotional, like you suppress it.
Denial.
You just like to get away from the feeling, but you suppress it and you just don't acknowledge it. First thing is to hold yourself accountable to it, and second, bro, is to talk about it, bro. Because if you don't, bro, it's gonna come out and it's gonna come out and it's gonna show up in different places. Like you'll see someone that, and I know this, bro. You know, when I talk to certain people or you see their certain behaviors, you know who's been physically, emotionally, just by the way that they act. Because people won't say what they're going through, but you can they'll reveal it through their actions.
Like some bad behaviors and
Yeah,
random
bro.
spots. You're like, what's
Random,
that
bro.
about?
Yeah, random.
Yeah,
like, you're like, what
yeah.
the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
You ever meet someone and wonder why they're so fucked up?
Yeah.
That's
That's what they're not talking about.
That's their inner child, like reaching out.
And it's
Like,
coming out in
yeah,
bad
wanting,
behaviors.
yeah,
Okay.
wanting to be dealt with, and the best way to silence that is just to talk to someone.
So it is like start talking to a good
Yeah,
counselor or
bro.
whatever.
It doesn't have to be a counselor, bro. You can talk to like someone that's close to you. You can start like that. Like I first started talking to like people around me that were close that could understand my journey a bit. Because I feel like going outright, bro. Because me talking to someone that I didn't know, sometimes it works for people. For me, it didn't. Because I had trust issues. Like how am I gonna go open up and then open my door and give him the whole fucking look at the skeletons that are in my closet, bro. You know what I mean?
Especially if as a kid, people that were close to you has betrayed your trust. You're not gonna go put your trust in random people.
Hard, bro.
Yeah, true.
And maybe someone that's like close enough that will give you a safe space that won't betray your trust. That you can just sort of like tell him, and you don't even have to tell him the whole
Details,
story, bro. You
specific
just tell him like little things and then slowly unthaw all of that emotion, because that's stored emotion, bro. It's gonna pass on to kids, bro.
Yeah.
In the worst way possible, because you could lie to him and say, look, listen, everything's all right, but then you end up regulating the same thing to him and he's gonna carry that trauma, bro, because trauma's pain moving through you, bro.
You're right there talking.
Hard, bro. Talking.
And then after that, then it's...
And then after talking about it, then you can slowly heal those parts of you and you got to revisit it. Why you felt like that? What emotion was evoked from feeling that trauma when it happened? And when you slowly like feel it, it's like watching a horror movie. When you watch it for the first time, bro, it's the worst thing. You don't know what's happening. You constantly watch it 4th or 5th time, you know what's happening. Then it's easier for you to deal with, and then the triggers won't be much, as more, like, it won't be as prevalent.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a good point actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the easiest. That's the best way possible, I reckon. What do you reckon, man?
I reckon the two things that worked for me personally was, number one, you figure out who you are. Because when you go through really traumatic shit, that becomes your personality and what defines you. Like what you were saying with the football stuff, right? Figure out who you actually are first. And then once you sort of,
Solid base.
you do things that sort of help you figure out what you are. Like you try a new sport, you try something new. Once you figure out who you are, fill your cup with good shit. Because like, there was some saying, I don't even remember what the source was, but it was like, someone bumped you and you spilled your coffee. Why'd you spill the coffee? Everyone says because someone bumped me, but it was because there was coffee in the cup, right? So when life rattles you, if you've got anger in you, you're gonna spill it out. So fill up with good shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the more you fill your cup with good, the more it gets rid of what's in there that's bad.
Yeah.
So I feel like I just usually add good to the situation to try and eliminate the bad.
Whether it be like what we were talking about before, whether it be like doing more training.
Yeah, more
getting
training.
into better shape.
What he said, talking to someone about it,
to
because
people,
like that could be adding good to you. They could have like a bar that you hadn't heard before, an outlook or whatever. Just being open to new information is always good as well. Like, I'm a professional in my industry, right? But when someone comes and makes a suggestion, I don't brush them off, because that could be fucking genius. No one's done it before. You never know, bro. Right? So like talking to meeting new people. But I think the biggest one is human interaction. Because what happens when people go through depression? They become recluse. If you just get out and talk to people, eventually you'll smile by accident. You know? So I think people have a lot to do with it as well. Loneliness is bad, lad, for that shit. When
Accountability is like a hard thing for some people. For most people.
Fuck yeah, 100%.
To put the mirror up and look at yourself and point out every single thing about you that's fucked up, or that's troubled you your whole life.
You got to deal with it.
It's very hard to do. A lot of people won't do it.
100.
That's why a lot of people run from that type of talk.
Yeah.
I got a few people close to me. They won't acknowledge no trauma, nothing.
Yeah.
I don't talk about that. It doesn't matter if it goes away or not. I don't give a fuck about it. But they're the ones that run from it.
Look it in the eye and deal with it. That's what you're saying, eh?
Yeah, hard.
Yeah, but I reckon talking.
And you, like they say, they act like on the surface level, they act like nothing's wrong. But then you wonder why they have bad addictions, they're bashing their missus, they're drug fucked, they're gambling. It comes out in other ways. Like you can hide the way you feel, but you're always going to act it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it be behind closed doors or.
Or losing 400 on blackjack on.
What? Fucking one, nigga.
That's your phone, nigga.
Oh, fucking.
Oh.
Hey, you feel like, because your father was obviously in combat sports, right? You feel like the way he was with you growing up prepared you for what would happen later on in life if you're in our real career?
Yeah, now that I look
contact, the
back on-
intensity.
Yeah, for sure. Because like he was one of the islanders that actually had a real good balance. Because he smoked us. Like I can remember all the hidings I got, but I can remember also like getting sat down and getting explained why it happened. Like
Fuck,
and
that's mad.
That's
bro.
why you're
Yeah.
like that.
That's
You
mad,
get it
bro.
from him. He was the honourable man.
grateful. Yeah, he was. Like bro, in my mind even now, I actually don't usually talk about this at all. Actually, because I'm too proud. Like, bro, he's still Superman. I only remember him as Superman.
That's
Like,
mad, bro.
I'm real lucky. I'm real lucky. Like, bro, every hiding I got, I never walked away feeling like I didn't deserve it. I was like, yeah, I deserve that one. Yeah, with that report card, yeah.
Hidings out of love is different, but
That's discipline, eh?
But when it's out of a cool and a calm place and you know it's justified, it's different, bro.
Yeah, because the parents not hitting you with emotion, like, they're hitting you with
bro.
logic.
That's right, eh?
But you can tell as a kid when your mum's like really angry, your dad's like really angry with you, and like they're reacting emotionally and they start hitting you, it's different.
Yeah.
But when
To be fair, I'm pretty lucky. I didn't get that. I can honestly say I didn't get abused. Maybe I got like a hiding or two from my brothers. One of my brothers that was probably a little bit overboard, but
that's just banter.
that's
Brother banter.
yeah, I guess.
I remember I've seen Josh. I met him for the first time at Haven Wellness. Shout out to Christian and the boys over there.
Yeah,
we
Haven
were
Wellness.
talking about your brothers. You grew up fighting with them, always had the gloves on.
Yeah. No, so like, bro, when I say my dad was really fair, like, if we were fighting too much, because he used to work night shift, like, and we woke him up during the day, like, we would both get a hiding, and then get put in the backyard and fists, and then he'll go, you two go before I smash you both. And because they were older than me, I was always getting a hiding. But like, I'll give it a dig. But I was friggin', I was losing every time. Helicopters.
Swimming, bro.
Helicopters.
But how healthy is it later on in life?
Yeah, now it is. Before I was like, bro, this is a stitch up.
You think it's the end of the world?
Yeah. And bro, I was the maddest sook. I'll go sit in my room the whole day and
I'm running away!
I'm gonna get him next time.
nigga.
Start packing up the bag, lads.
Give me a couple years and we'll run that.
Run the fade.
Did you ever do that? You ever pack a bag, like you're full gonna run away, you full planning?
Yeah,
Fuck,
I did run away.
And I dropped my laptop. Bro, so you know, this is a true story. You know Steve Oliver, the one I was telling you about, the one that ran the MMA club. So we were at his house one time, and I grabbed this like little knife, and he had this like palm table that had this like sculpt in it and all that. And I was just a kid. I was sitting there and I carved in his table, but me thinking I was smart, I carved my brother's name in it. Bro, and then we got a call later that day from him, and then we got driven down there. And then I was like, the plan is, as soon as my dad opens the door, I'm going to bolt. And I'm going to run up to the school and I'm going to stay there because I was so scared of Steve Oliver. And I had done this engraving on his table. But he's massive. Scary, used to make us cry all the time. Then I was planning on bolting. And then when we packed up, Steve was walking to the car. He's like 6'4". He's got like Olympic lifting records in New Zealand. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He started walking to the car and I just froze and dropped my nuts and started crying. And then like he took me inside, and then I think my dad gave me a hiding, and then he was actually alright for once. And then I just had to go clean up the I think I had to clean up his house and the wrestling mats and that for a little while. That was the one time I wanted to run away.
In your own words, what's the difference between discipline and abuse?
So obviously, like the like it's gotta be like physical within reason, You can't go overboard. But exactly what you're saying, it can't be out of emotion, But if I'm really angry at my sons, I'm not gonna do it then.
Take a breather,
I'll go take a breather, then I'll come back and then I'll go into the room. And then I'll run the fade.
Give them a hiding and run it together.
Nah, but also like, bro, the big thing like for me is like I always explain it, Like I'll
that
explain
is so important, lad.
That's the one thing
part, bro.
Bro, every time you get your ass handed to you, and you're just like, what the fuck was that for, bro?
Yeah, that's different, So that's abuse, like, because
fuck
you're
with
not
that.
getting anything from it.
Nah,
you're just
not
getting
learning.
beaten up,
Yeah.
But like, if you can
Yeah.
explain, you know, you were naughty at Sunday school. Your auntie told me. Now that's why I've dragged you out of bed tonight. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's different. So that's what I reckon it is.
Yeah.
Obviously, physical within measure,
Yeah.
and then explaining it so they know, so they can actually get a learn from it. If you're not getting a learn from it, you're just getting beaten up, eh?
Hard, bro.
Yeah.
Speaking on your accountability note, right? This is a weird question. It might be a bit intense, but when you're alone with your thoughts, what truth about yourself is the hardest for you to accept?
Oh, that's a good one. We need some time to think about that. Oh, are these guys answering that too?
They were after. I want to
Yeah,
hear it
sure.
from the-
Answer
from the-
it.
Can you ask it again?
Ask it
Can you
again.
ask it
Yeah.
again?
So, when you're alone with your thoughts, what truth about yourself do you find the hardest to accept?
Man, that's a real like deep, hard question.
Yeah.
It's a very good question.
Do you have an answer for it so I can know kind of like?
Better
Where to
answer.
go.
Mine,
Yeah.
mine personally is the laziness I inherited from my father, lad. So,
Okay.
because you know, I was talking to you before about how many hours I put in, right?
We'll answer it. You answer it last. So you
Yeah,
don't know how
yeah,
to.
bet.
So you know how to better
Okay.
answer it.
Yeah.
All the hours I put in, that's all by force. I actually hate like doing anything. I'm lazy as fuck. If I had the option of having 100 mil in the bank, I'd sit on the couch all day,
Okay.
right? So I had to like really beat that out of myself, like
Yeah.
not physically, but I had to like train it out of myself to actually not be lazy to go get my shit because no one was coming to save us.
Yeah.
So I had to get off my ass and do it, like regardless of how I felt. So for me, it's the laziness thing because no matter how much I work, I still think I'm being lazy. And like, when,
Okay.
you know for a fact when you got the boys telling you, bro, you should like relax a little bit. That's when you know you're doing too much. But in my head, I'm still being lazy because I could have worked the extra 2 hours that I was asleep.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were talking about that before too, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah, I get what
yeah.
you mean.
I full guilt trip myself. I wake myself up from sleep sometimes to go back to work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I know what mine is now.
What is it?
Oh, you go first. I'm curious
Oh,
too.
for mine, it's just that I'm enough. Because there's so much negative. There's just so much negative emotion, like negativity ingrained in my DNA from growing up and just
Yeah.
getting talked down to. That I got to constantly remind myself that I am.
Like, you're all good, you're doing fine. What is it? Like, what's the self-talk you need to tell yourself?
That I'm enough. That
Yeah.
everything's gonna be fine. You're doing well.
You're doing well.
Because I never got that growing up, you know what I mean? So.
Hard.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Tim? Oh, wait, before he starts, so I practically got to be the older brother that I wish I always had to myself. To the little boy, because when you get traumatized as like when you're young, this is my analogy. Like you're stuck in that time loop of that little kid, so you don't age beyond that point that you got traumatized. So I'm constantly talking to the little boy to pull him up.
Yeah.
That's just my little
okay.
thing.
Nah, yeah, that
Yeah.
makes heaps of sense.
Because if you
eh?
notice, when people that are severely traumatized, they're always going back to that moment. You know
Okay.
when we're talking about
Yes.
what we're talking about downstairs,
Yeah.
So he's
Emotional
always
age.
stuck, no matter whatever age it happened, he's always back at that moment. So it just takes
Emotional
him-
age, eh?
But that's my little
Oh,
thing
okay.
anyway, Tim.
Bro, the first time I heard that, everything just made sense when he first said it. I think it was like a few episodes ago. Cars blew my mind.
Yeah, that does make heaps of sense actually.
Timmy?
For me, understanding. I just feel like, because growing up as a kid, man, I had like a lot of anger and resentment, bro, to a lot of things that I didn't have no understanding of. So a lot of the stuff that I face now is just all that built up emotion of all the trauma that I've suffered, and just having understanding towards it for me to be like, it's gonna be all right.
Understand it first,
Yeah.
then move to fixing it.
That's what my whole, like people tell me all the time, bro, you know so much about trauma. I'm like, nah, nigga, I know so much about myself and my situation,
Yeah,
bro.
that's why.
You know what I mean? That's the reason why.
Yeah, hard.
Because you're the guinea pig, G.
Yeah, bro, 100%.
You guys, eh?
Real life.
Yeah, hard.
Real life fucking, those little mice
Soccer.
running around in the
These
subject.
elaborate, eh?
Subject A threw a tantrum.
Real life soccer balls, man.
Actual, yeah.
Subject B had a fit today.
So it's a big, fuck, to answer that, man, like, for now, this moment in my life, bro, it's just understanding, bro. Because the more understanding I have about a situation, the more empathy I can have towards it. For me to be like, look, it's all right, it's okay, bro. You can-
Wow.
You know what I mean? So,
Can't control everything, but it'll be
yeah,
alright.
but because I used to be like, I used to have a lot of anxiety, Josh,
Yeah.
growing up as a kid, bro, because the way me and my brothers grew up, it was like, there was no emotional security, there was no safe space. It was just like you were told to feel the way you were feeling. You had no justification to it. You just had to do it, bro. You just had to fall in line. And it sort of like separated me and my brothers. But then it brought us back because now we're doing the whole healing thing together.
Yo.
And
At the start, it was the teasing.
Yeah.
It was those, bro, what's the fucking, like he used to try to reach out back when I was in the streets.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
brother, no one wants to hear about this pussy shit, brother.
Because a lot of people
What
do
are you
say
talking
that,
about your
bro.
feelings, mate?
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I used to say.
It's looked at as weak,
Like, yeah,
bro.
you want to cry about your feelings, huh,
It's
bitch?
looked at as weak, bro, until you have kids and you're like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then when we got older and I got removed from that environment, then I started to see how fucked up I was. Because I was in 2 previous abusive relationships. I was a narcissist, I was abusive to everyone around me.
Yeah.
Rude to my mum. Even though I loved her so much, I was just rude in my behavior towards her, my father, this, that.
Kind of what Tim was saying, eh? When you're like traumatized, it just comes out in behaviors in random places, eh?
Yeah, you don't
And
know
people close to you, eh?
Like my dad beat me, like despite the hidings and that, he was still a good man. He just didn't know how to regulate his emotion properly to his children. He still doesn't till this day, but yeah, just yeah, it's crazy.
Now I'm curious for yours, Josh.
What's that?
Your answer to the question.
Oh yeah, no. I
It's the
realized.
slippery one.
Oh, it's a rabbit hole. Nah, bro. So I realized
it
when
is,
you were
bro.
saying
It
it,
is,
like,
bro.
bro, I have like the craziest imposter syndrome ever.
Yeah, lad.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to kind of what you were saying, but like,
No matter what you do, you feel like you don't belong there.
I
You don't
think
deserve
so,
to
eh?
be there. You don't.
Yeah.
Bro.
So that's mine, but heaps of mine is like around like, am I really like the man that I say I am? Am I really as mentally hard as I say I am? Like, so that's why I always, bro, I'm putting myself in high pressure environments
Yeah.
because
To
it's like
prove
I'm always
that.
trying to prove
Yeah,
to
yeah,
myself,
hard.
like,
To silence
that cat
voice.
inside,
Yeah.
I'm always just putting it to death. And that dog, I'm always just trying to make sure it's still barking. Because I'm worried, like, if I have a day off, I'm just going to start getting, like, I'm just going to start becoming a cat. I'm going to start becoming
It's a healthy
mentally
medium,
weak.
but right. As long
Yeah,
as
but
it's to
I've got
yourself.
an unhealthy balance. Bro, I've been talking about it recently, actually. Bro,
Yeah.
I've got a real unhealthy balance with it. So I need to find, like, a little bit of chill. Like, I need to find a little bit of chill. But it's that. So, like, the parts of, like,
I can see that, bro. You're like
yeah.
your relentlessness, like with the injuries and just going back and just
You're really
going
that
against
nigga,
the
like,
grain,
But I
bro.
don't know, it's a sicko way. I don't know, yeah.
You know if he's getting the ball, he's just running it up the whole game plan.
But now, yeah, see.
The winger or the prop? Oh, the prop. Come here, you mother.
Frick, I could have saved myself some injuries and stuff, but yeah.
That's what happens with your kamikaze, yeah?
Yeah. Frick, but at the same time, that's why the high pressure environment was the best thing for me because I learned so much about myself. And like I was saying, guys need to put themselves under like immense fatigue, high pressure environments, under the spotlight, because that's where you learn the most about yourself. That's where everything comes to surface, the bravado, the facades,
Everything
all
goes
the
away.
acts,
The masks, lad.
mate, all the masks,
Gone.
they come off. And now you find out who you truly are.
Whether you put the work in or not, eh?
Yeah.
And that,
Yeah.
that's right.
You're left
And if
there.
that dog that you think you have inside you,
Yeah.
are those teeth as sharp as you think it is? Or not?
Bar.
That's a bar, man.
Highlight that. Oh shit, that on Instagram.
Fuck
Nah, but you know what I mean?
It's like getting
So,
a
like-
spotlight shined on you and you're completely naked in
But
front of
pretty
everyone.
much, eh? Pretty much, eh? And you still got your foreskin, but you told everyone you cut it.
Highlight that, nigga.
Cut that out. I was lying, boys. Fuck.
Yo,
Hey, explain to these guys, because bro, you're from that environment, bro. Like how crazy it is when when you're going through the emotional roller coaster and how, like, if you don't control it, how it can slip away from you.
Bro. Yeah, that's why, like, so my locker buddy, Jason Saab.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Jason.
Jason, bro, he's my locker
Bro, he's
buddy.
one quick motherfucker.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Hey, is he really that fast?
He's that fast.
What's
Bro,
his
and you know
100?
what? Oh, it'll be so fast.
10s,
12s, you reckon?
10s or 11s?
Nah, you're talking 10s and 11s.
Fuck, bro. He looks
like
like an
10s
emu
and
when he runs,
11s.
bro. I'm like, fuck.
But when you see him like glide at training, you're like, oh, he's that guy. The technique is perfect. He glides.
Yeah.
Bro, and his warm-up reps are like, his slow tempo runs are like my max on my GPS. I'm looking at this guy thinking, fire, you're rude, bro. You should hear like some of the conversations me and him have. Like,
You run that fade, boy.
Run, nigga. Bro, he's the funniest too, man. Frick. But bro, so he's my locker buddy. And me and him before games, when the anxiety is high and we're feeling shocking, like, bro, we'll laugh to each other. We're like, bro, why are we doing this? Like, bro, and we always joke around like, fuck, this is so rubbish.
Even
eh?
on that level, it's a thing there that you can't get used to.
you can't ever get used to it, but you just like, bro, you get just as wet in the storm, but you just gotta like learn how to weather it somehow. Like that's how I see it. Like it's maybe some other guys, those super confident guys, whether you're like a Payne Haas, who's like he's an animal, he's a freak.
Yeah.
Maybe it's pretty easy for him.
Show him.
Yeah, he's not even human. So like maybe guys like him, it's different. But for like the more normal guys, like bro, you'd be surprised how much NRL players deal with high levels of anxiety, depression, and stuff like that, bro. You just yeah, you're right. It's a roller coaster, and that's why I respect combat athletes. But if they're willing to get in the ring,
Bro, 100%. That's a feat in itself, bro.
bro, it's massive. Eh?
That's why all the talk of like the side talk of everyone saying like this and that about a fight, it burns me.
Yeah.
I'm
Same,
like,
mate.
fucking get in there, then
Same.
you can.
Because if you haven't been doing it from when you were young, to do it as an adult, it's a constant fight to even get in the ring in the first place.
Hard. If you're
Because you're going against, like you're already developed as a man, and you're getting thrown into an environment where you're competing, fighting, everyone's watching.
not, and because your whole human nature, which like you haven't trained otherwise, is for survival. So that means your flight would take over.
Yeah, exactly.
Your flight takes over, especially if you haven't been throwing yourself in the furnace and you're not getting used to like battling fight and flight all the time. You do it randomly. But that's why like combat athletes, if they have an off night, bro, they're on highlight reels. And that's why I feel for them and I respect them more. But us football players, you have an off night,
You lose.
might miss a tackle, lose a game, 12 other guys. Some people don't even know you played a bad game. But for those guys, bro, it's rough. It's
lose,
rough
you get
repercussions, eh? Hey. No, you're right. It pisses me off when people
Bro,
like
bad.
running down guys that jump in the ring because I'm like, do you know how hard it is?
Yeah, bro, bad.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, you know with footy and boxing, is the anxiety the same and the build up the same of like navigating that sort of fear? Not the fear of,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
or is one more obvious than the other, or is it the same to you?
Good question, eh? I felt more pressure in football because, like I was telling you before, that's always been my lifeline.
Yeah.
Whereas, like boxing, maybe the fear's a little bit more, eh? Like you can't hide behind having a bad game and 12 other guys picking up the slack.
Hard.
Eh?
Yeah.
And then also, like, man, the smallest off night.
Yeah.
You have a bad night where you've let things get to you.
Yeah.
Man, you might be going down.
Hard.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's.
Yeah.
But I haven't even fought pro. So
Yeah.
like, you know, like I've only had amateurs. Like, so yeah, just from my little experience, I would say probably that.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably that.
Fuck, it's
Because
crazy.
if you're not used to it, you go into flight.
It is eh? Yeah. But even NRL players still do it all the time. When people say, "Oh, he was bad tonight."
Yeah.
Like, oh, what?
Hard, bro.
Why? Break
Yeah.
it down sometimes. Sometimes he wasn't carrying the ball as hard.
Yeah.
But that day, he was a little bit more scared.
Yeah.
You know, and he would let his flight take over.
That's crazy.
But it happens at that level all the time.
Yeah.
A lot of times you just don't see it for what it is.
Yeah, the relationship with fear is always prevalent, eh?
Yeah. It's just like,
Like as a competitive athlete. obviously.
yeah. I don't know if there's much guys that can like really say like, oh, bro, I'm not scared at all.
Yeah,
Like, bro,
everyone's
good on
operating
them.
with
Good on
that.
them, but
Hard.
I don't know much about that.
Everyone's operating with some small level of fear, or even
Surely, yeah.
Bro,
That's
you
the
need it in
human,
every
bro.
part of your
Bro.
life. Like,
Yeah.
like
It's
it's what
important.
keeps us normal.
hard.
But that's how you build courage, eh?
True.
You can't have courage without fear.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So courage would overcome the strength to overcome the fear.
That's right, eh?
Yeah.
So you want to like, so like my answer to like, so how do you get better under like pressurized environments? You keep putting yourself into positions where you're fearful and then you choose courage. Choose courage.
Comfortable being
Good
uncomfortable.
advice.
Yeah,
Hard.
I guess. Yeah.
What helped you crawl out of your lowest moment, and what did you leave behind there?
Crawl out of my lowest moment and what did I leave behind there? But I have to go back to God. Like he was,
Always.
yeah. But when I lost my dad, that's when my relationship with God got like the strongest it's ever been. I was reading my Bible often. Then I was like, man, I found a father that's never gonna leave me.
Hard. Bro.
Oh.
Bars, lad.
Bro, so
crazy.
actually a little bit of my testimony. I know this is not a Christian.
No, it doesn't matter.
Podcast.
Talk,
Do your
bro. You're free to some
yeah.
of them.
Bro, so my mum sent me on a youth camp that me and my brothers didn't want to go on because we thought they were all weirdos. Like all of this and
It's like that. You know, when we're young and we see that.
Yeah.
We're like, what the fuck is it?
yeah, what are you doing? These are freaks. And then, bro, my mum, like, me and my brothers just done whatever my mum said. So it wasn't long after that happened with my old man. And then we got sent on this youth camp. And then, like, you know, standing at the back, being a little bit too cool. And then, like, I was feeling a little bit emotional at the back. And I was like, oh, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And then one of the leaders walked all the way to the back and was like to me, oh, God told me to share this verse with you. And then he gave me a Bible. And the verse was Psalm 68 verse 5. And it was, God is a father to the fatherless and a defender of widows.
That's the word, like.
But he didn't know.
The word
That's
from God, brother.
crazy. He didn't know
That's the
anything
Holy
that I was
Spirit,
going
lad.
through.
Yeah.
Bro, it was the Holy Spirit. And then, like, grabbed the Bible, got out of there because I was too proud, walked to my cabin, and then just cried. And then from that time, I knew, like, I'm going to walk with God for the rest of my life.
That's beautiful, lad.
Yeah, but then, like, when I say I'm going to walk with God for the rest of my life, bro, there's been heaps of
Peaks and
mess
valleys,
up,
yeah, 100%.
screw ups,
yeah.
backslides along the way. But
Yeah. We're both-
in my heart, deep in my heart, I'm like, it's him though. Like,
So would you say what you left behind was your ignorance or your ego or something like that?
what I leave behind?
Because when you crawl out of something like that, you tend to leave something negative
Pride.
behind.
I reckon your pride, bro.
Pride.
Yeah, I could have been.
Pride is the devil way.
Because I was the same when I had my first encounter with God.
Yeah,
I was the same. I just rejected it. I was like, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then now you know, even
Yeah.
when you're far from him,
Yeah.
you
He
know,
was
like
there, he was
he's
there the whole
answer.
time.
Yeah, you still know that he's the fix and he's the answer.
Because you turn around and look at your whole life and all the things that you made it through, you're like, bro, I couldn't have done this by myself.
Yeah.
Someone was there with
But
me.
some of the stuff you've made it through, like you can't think you just got lucky.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's an ignorant way to think. Eh?
Yeah, that'd be a
The old me would be
stupid-ass
like,
way to
yeah,
do
because
it.
I'm a sick guy. But really, it's the grace of God, but mercy of Jesus.
It has to be, It has to be.
Praise God, man. Hey, Josh, see with your last game, how you said you got told to go. When you watched it and you knew you were going to retire, were you like, yes, I don't have to do this shit anymore? Were you sort of like relieved? Was it part of you that was relieved?
Yeah,
or were you like, fuck, man, I'm going to miss this shit?
Bro, that's so funny you said that. Like I was telling you, bro, it felt like a whole weight come off.
Yeah.
And like, cause none of my teammates would ever know this, but like I must have been carrying so much more than what I ever knew
Hard, bro.
throughout my whole career. So once I come to terms with it, I was like, bro, I felt 100 kilos lighter. Yeah, and then I was like, and then this other stuff's like, when you niggas are getting ready for preseason, I didn't have to do that, thank God.
Hard,
Bro,
bro.
those were rough, eh?
Preseason's
I just
crazy,
had to
huh?
drag myself through every one of them.
How explain to us how is preseason?
Bro, so a lot of the times, like, especially the old school preseasons were like 6 days a week, you get your Sunday off.
Yeah.
Like, you're spending like 2-3 hours on the field getting flogged most days. Then you're
That's
like in the
intense,
wrestling
man.
room smashing each other. Then you got to do weights. Bro, and it's just on repeat for like 3 or 4 months. So it's just a 3 or 4 months where you know, like every day you're going to get put to like your very, very limit.
Do you have to show up to preseason or? It's
Oh, yeah,
non-negotiable?
mate. A few
You do?
sick
You
days.
do, you don't play it.
You 6 days, man, you've been playing fucking reserve.
It is that too. And like, bro, you your numbers, like, and now they're so advanced, like with your GPS numbers, they're like, oh,
You can't, bro.
yeah, during that acceleration con drill, everyone was accelerating at this pace, but you were accelerating at this. Oh, you know, when we were doing that conditioning game, where you're playing the game, they're like, oh, you were only covering 90 meters per minute.
That would be so
Everyone else in your position was 100 meters
Yeah.
per minute. So, bro, you there's no hiding.
Yeah, you got to.
But that's why the game's so good. That's why everyone's so good now.
That's why it's so fast now.
So fast, they're so fit. Then you just get like freak athletes, like I was saying before, like Payne.
Yeah.
He's not even human. Man doesn't get tired, and he's got
Bro, he
it all.
played 80 minutes, that last game. Not the last game, the game before, I think.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Bro, animal, man.
How do they measure it? What device do they use?
GPS. Everyone's wearing a little vest underneath their training shirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then you got your like your tech nerds on the sideline.
Yeah.
And then the coach will be running, and he'll be like, "Oh, what's the average meters per minute? Oh, yep. What's the middles average?" And then they chop it up after each session, and they'll have a graph. Bro, sometimes in the gym they'll have a graph.
So all your numbers are on blast to everyone.
Yeah, bro. So if you weren't moving fast enough in the conditioning game, your name's at the bottom, and everyone's walking past up. In the morning, But after fitness testing, they'll have your fitness test on the
All
on
the results,
TV
bro.
in the gym. They all pass you like, oh shucks.
Would you say there's a few athletes that just take them versus them just to a whole different level.
Bro, it must be, like,
Yeah.
I haven't had the pleasure to play with someone like Nathan Cleary, but
Yeah.
I don't know how he does what he does. But I've played with some good ones, like Turbo.
Yeah.
Bro,
Super,
Turbo's a bit of a freak.
he's a freak, bro. I just feel sorry for him. Like, he's had a little bit of a rough run with injury, but his work ethic.
The same Hammy, eh?
Yeah, but he's had like shoulders in that too.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
a bit
true.
like me, friggin' except for he's 10 times better. But like, his body's like, you know, but because he plays tough too.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
He plays real tough. But like him, Cherry Evans, who's played like 300 plus games, that's pretty cool. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They're freaks. Like even now that I'm out of the game, what I don't like is those old guys that used to play the game and they look and just do this, just do that. It's easy. Now I'm out of the game, bro. I respect them even more.
Hard, bro.
Yeah, it's hard, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially that the game's going faster. It's different to how it was back then.
yeah, man.
It was a lot slower back then, eh?
Yeah, I was really heavy when my first couple years when I was playing in the back row. I could get away with playing at like 116 kilos and all that because the efforts weren't as fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Every year I played, I had to play lighter and lighter and lighter. I finished playing at like 107 kilos.
107.
Yeah, just to help me like keep up with the pace.
Keep up with the pace, yeah.
Yeah.
What was your prime position? Like, what was your? Because you were like lock and then second row and then prop.
Yeah, second row,
You
lock,
bounced
front
around a
row.
bit.
I like front row.
Front row.
Yeah. When I was fit and
Is that you or just a cat?
Front
row, bro. Put me in the middle, bro.
Nah. But yeah, I had more free, but a bit more physical too. So
Yeah.
yeah, like that part, I like that's a bit more physical.
Yeah.
I like the middle way.
Yeah.
We all like the middle.
Defender.
I'm joking. Give me divorce, mate. Cut it.
Hey, Josh, defending or attacking?
Oh, defending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, did you ever?
He's a wrestler, like. Like, he's a grappler. Yeah.
Defending.
Bro, because every time I see the colours, man, I always think of Steve Maddow, bro.
Bro, he
Bro,
was
a
like,
gun, bro.
I got to play against him one time before he finished
Yeah.
up too.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've had a lot of success and you've done big things, right? Through your journey, how do you differentiate between God's plan and your own ambition?
But that's a real good question, eh?
Thank you.
That's a real good question because you see all these like fake false preachers now. It's like, oh, God's telling me this.
Yeah.
Lock the doors. Everyone put $5,000 in there. Don't unlock the doors until
In
the
the name of
$5,000.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh,
Bro,
bro.
just running Jesus into the
Yeah, you need to be careful.
They
Eh?
put the whole sermons on tithing.
Yeah. Hard out there. Hard. Oh, that's a good question. I need a little while to think about that. Differentiate between like your will and God's will. That's basically what you're saying, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so. Like, because I'll give you an example. I'm very, very ambitious, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've got plans for massive things. When I don't achieve those things, I get disappointed, but that turns out God's plan was to guide me somewhere else. So it's like, how do you differentiate between I'm just being an unreasonable cunt and like my ambitions are too high, or they say there's no such thing as too high ambitions, like aim for the moon, shoot for the stars, whatever, but how do you differentiate between the two?
I need a good time to think about that. Are you thinking about that too?
Huh?
Or was this just for me to answer?
Because I'm a young guy. Like, I'm young,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
I haven't had enough time to achieve massive things yet.
I'm just trying to think, how do I come to decisions when I'm wondering, like, is this God or is this me?
Yeah, it's a deep question, bro.
Yeah, it's a good
It's
question.
deep, bro.
Being a man of God, you'd lead by faith.
Yeah.
Always be.
Like probably a couple things, like always having to move with conviction, and obviously I believe every word of the Bible, but in its context, eh? So like a couple things would be like make sure like I'm actually walking with God, like in relationship with Him.
Like active in that relationship.
Yeah,
for you
active
to
in
make
my
that decision,
relationship. Then make sure like if I've got these plans, it's like not something that's not aligning with like the word.
Yeah.
So like you can test a lot of things on multiple levels, eh? So like the number one is always the word. If it's going against the word, it's not all good.
Okay.
Like that's how I see it. Like end of the day, then like if you're walking in a good relationship with God, like you're praying often, spending time with Him, yada yada yada, then usually your like Holy Spirit conscience is a little bit deeper. Like you're hearing things and feeling things a little bit better.
Through conviction comes discernment.
Conviction,
You
discernment.
discern.
That's right, eh? Whereas like, bro, if I'm not active with like, say I'm not praying as much, reading as much, but I'm angry. I'm not discerning situations as
Short
well.
patience.
I'm acting out.
You
like,
lean back on your own understanding again.
Yeah. Gee, good scripts, those.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
cracker answer. That. So you basically just tear it up against the word and see if it
That's
contradicts.
the main one, is like the word, and then like conviction through my relationship with Christ. Yeah. And then,
Just having the Bible as your foundation will always have the answers to all your questions.
I think so,
100%. Always, bro.
Yeah. And then, giving it a crack. If I feel like it's right, giving it a crack. And then if it falls apart and the door's all closed, then like my prayers always like, oh, the Lord gave and the Lord takes away. May the Lord be praised. Which is that
Story
verse
of
in Job.
Job,
Yeah, like the Lord gives, the Lord takes away. Like, don't be a sook. Like, if He's giving you good things and you're happy,
Be grateful.
bro, when He takes them away, don't
Be
be a
thankful
sook.
as well.
Don't be a sook, yeah.
Yeah, He's not a vending machine.
Yeah.
Hey, kind of what I was saying. Yeah,
100.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
It's a
hard.
good
Be
way to put
grateful
it.
in both
yeah,
situations.
and both things. It's just sometimes the door getting slammed on you feels a little bit worse.
Yeah.
But you don't know that there's a monster behind that door.
Or the benefits that come
100.
from
Hey,
that.
That's
you
a
never
very good-
know, eh?
Yeah.
It's a bar.
Yeah.
If there was one point in your life you could go back to and change, when would it be?
Go back to and change. Yeah, I thought about that. Like maybe. So like I was saying before, if I had my knowledge that I have now, say 10 years ago when I was starting my NRL career, like my awareness of the game, of myself, of like my flaws as well, man, I could save myself some heartache.
Yeah.
But
All of us, bro.
All of
yeah,
All of
yeah,
us,
bro,
Yeah.
frick. But at the same time, maybe if I knew this back then, and let's say I had a way better career, could like lean on my own self, maybe I'd be arrogant and I'd be prideful, and I would like, maybe I'll be a real dick.
Different person, yeah.
Yeah, so it might not be worth it. It might not be worth going and changing back because like, something's got to give.
Yeah.
And the main thing that will probably give might be my character
Yeah.
or the things that I've learned the hard way, eh?
Yeah.
So maybe it's not worth it.
Yeah.
That's kind of my answer.
Would you have turned out to be an NRL superstar if you did know what you know back then?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Or would like I be a mega star and then just like have really, really bad character?
bad
'Cause that's
relationship
not
with
worth
God, yeah.
Bad relationship with God, bad father, bad husband, bad dude, be a
Hard,
crook,
bro,
be
yeah.
money hungry.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah, but
Like-
see, everything looks better in hindsight, right? And the only argument I have with that line of thinking that people go down is like, you can't say if I had the knowledge I have now back then because what you went through on the journey was what gave you the knowledge. So
Yeah,
it's an
that's
improbability.
true.
It's not possible to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to get some magic genie come tell you some shit right now that'll apply in 10
Yeah,
years. You have to
true,
learn
eh?
through mistakes. Like, you don't learn from wins, you only learn from losses, right?
But that's true. That's exactly how I feel, eh?
Yeah,
That's exactly
so-
how I feel.
It's a bit hard to gauge the knowledge side of things, you know? You
Yeah,
don't-
I needed to be that dumb that learned all those lessons
Yeah.
the hard way a lot of the time. Eh?
I feel like I'm the same as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You learn through experience or you need to be burnt? Where the class that's burnt.
Yeah, yeah. We're the dummies that need to be burned, eh?
Don't
What
touch
about
the
people
light,
like
okay?
that?
Don't touch the fire. Why?
Why?
It's hot. Are you sure?
Don't touch the flax.
Nah, yeah, you're right. You're right. Nah,
How many
true,
times
eh?
you were young you would have done that, eh?
Yeah, hard.
Don't do that, bang, you do it.
hard-headed.
Hey, Josh, you got any regrets? Looking back at your whole journey from all the way from back in New Zealand all the way till now, to the point you're at now.
Regrets. But this is probably going a little bit deep, but the one thing I wish I knew now was a little bit more about emotional intelligence. And then when we had a lot of trauma in our family, I wish I could help my little sister a little bit more.
Yeah.
I wish I helped her out a little bit more. I wish I was able to guide her through some of the things that probably she was going through that I didn't understand.
Yeah.
That we were all going through,
Yeah.
but like me and my brothers were a little bit lucky. Like perhaps like dudes process stuff a little bit different, or me and my
Yeah.
brothers did. We were quite lucky. But yeah,
You
just
harbour the
that.
protector's role.
You growing up in
Yeah.
a household, like especially as an islander, everyone has their own individual relationship with pain, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't realise it until you get older and you see how people turned out or the way their mentalities came.
Is that why you see it that way, eh?
Yeah,
Oh, is
yeah.
that why he sees it that
I didn't
way?
know
Is
you went
why
through
done
that. Like there was things I speak about with my youngest brother. I had no idea. I was always like, because he was the youngest, I was like, you'll be alright. He didn't get it like me, but
Yeah.
mentally he grew up like really disadvantaged. Like he suicidal his whole life. You know
So
what I
with
mean?
your guys' upbringing, were you always tight or no? Did you have times where you like were not tight?
Yeah, we're always tight because my mother. She raised
Oh,
us
yeah.
that way. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you and all your brothers, you were tight always.
It was Tim got taken out of the house. Well, he got taken by my auntie and that, and they went to Brisbane. So we were apart, but there would still be times where they'd come down from Brisbane and we were together.
Oh yeah.
But the relationship as a brother wasn't there
Oh
until
okay.
we got older.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was there, varied with my other brothers, with Tim and my other brothers. So,
Oh yeah.
but
yeah.
we were close. We were close.
Yeah. He's always had each other's back.
Mm.
eh? See, my brothers had like no emotional support for
Yeah.
me through anything. Like the same way I probably wouldn't hope for them too,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like we didn't even know what we were going through. But I knew for a fact they always had my back.
Yeah.
Like there was a couple of times where I had dramas, and like I can remember, like one time, this older guy. So they were in their last year at school. He had said something to me outside my maths class. But if some of the boys that went to school, if they're watching this, they'll remember. Said something to me outside my maths class, and he was a couple years older than me. By the time I finished my maths class, one of the boys ran to me and was like, "Bro, your brother just dropped so and so." And I was like, "Oh, why?" And he goes, "They said that he said something to you outside your maths class." And I was like, "Oh,
That's my
quick."
brother.
That was quick. And my
Only I can bash you.
yeah. Bro, that was on the peak of my brother's boxing actually then too.
Amazon
And so-
Prime, same day
Yeah.
delivery, baby.
Yeah, bro, I remember he smoked this big Islander. He was in the first 15, and my brother had like I told you, they were nerds, but they were boxing.
Yeah.
And then like I found out that, so like I always went through like we were always tight as, or they were like we didn't talk about our feelings, our trauma, blah blah blah. But I knew they had my back.
That's mad.
So I was quite lucky, bro.
Yeah.
I was a bit of a little prick because I was like, oh, my older brother.
Yeah, no, we were the same. I can understand why they were like that because growing up, I was very emotionally unavailable. Like,
Yeah.
I always disregarded all my brothers and what they went through. I was like, bro, you should be alright, man. Fucking, because I always thought I got the thick of it.
Because you did get the worst of it,
Yeah,
but they.
And I always disregarded. I was like, bro, you fucking be alright. So my youngest brother, he's seen my mum die like in front of his eyes.
Okay.
And I always, the way I am, like, you know, when you're stuck in your perception, I was like, brother, he'll get over it. Like, fucking get over it. Like, she's gone. I went back after, when I took the healing journey, I was like, that's the wrong, we were the wrong way to be.
Yeah.
I went back, I apologized to him. I was like, fuck, man. When you really, really sit there and think about it, it's a lot to process, you know?
Yeah, that's a lot, eh?
So I understand why your brothers would be like that. Because it's like,
Yeah.
Only I can build him.
Nah, they were pretty good to me anyway, though. Like, they didn't, like, I can honestly say, like, bro, they never, like, bashed me up for no reason or anything. Like, they done everything for me. They were pretty much like, bro, even up until now, they're pretty much my idols. Like, they took me in, they looked after me. Like, we done everything together. Like, I would never feel unsafe because I was like, oh, yeah, I got my brothers. So, yeah. I was never in deep water because, like, they were there.
It's always good being the younger brother. Eh?
What?
You know me, I always, bro, what I always wanted was an older brother because I always wanted someone to tell it to, like,
Straight up.
I wanted someone to, like, you know what I mean?
Like affirmation, pat you on the back, have your
I
back.
want someone to give me a hug and tell me,
you a
don't worry,
hug.
I'll look after it.
I got
But it
you.
was always me. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So
yeah.
They're always running to me, but it'd be good to have it. But saying that, no, I wouldn't change it. Just, you know, like, just little things that you wish.
Yeah, hard.
Did your brothers play any sports? Like footy or anything, or just box?
No, bro, never been into footy, eh? Just boxing, eh? Just
Yeah.
boxing, yeah. And then my little sister married a guy, Seth Orhe, and he's a boxer. He's won a couple New Zealand championships. He's really good. He's just in and out of training camps and stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck, that footy was a real out, eh? For you.
Yeah. It was a random one, eh? Because we were in the boxing club heaps.
Yeah, bro.
But then, I reckon it definitely helped my football.
Yeah.
There's something empowering about knowing like you can look after yourself.
bro.
Yeah.
100%.
Exactly what you said about men should be in that environment where they're uncomfortable, constantly tested every day. Eh?
Yeah. Like whether it's like flogging yourself at training or weights or fatigue, going on, like what you're saying, you like running because of that mental bad way.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Gives you that sense of accomplishment.
I used to think back in the day when he used to, because I was always bodybuilding and shit,
Yeah.
always had hands, but he'd always do these fucking crazy workouts where he's doing the cardio. I'm like, brother,
Why?
the fuck is wrong with this? But then when we got into the boxing and we did the training with him, and now I understand why he was doing that. Because once you get that competitive bug, you just want to constantly challenge yourself every day.
That's good, eh?
Yeah,
Bro, that's
brings
what
you
you
peace,
want.
bro. Yeah.
It's weird, eh?
Yeah.
Peace through chaos, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what's funny, Josh? Yeah, like, you know, a lot of people hit me up all the time, bro, and they go, bro, like, because I get teased a lot, bro, because I live in the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, fuck, man, because the gym for me has always been a mental health thing for me. Because wherever I would like face shit with my family or do like or come to like a situation that I don't know how to handle, I'll go to the gym. And then after a workout, bro, I'd always feel good.
Yeah.
And then I'll make a
yeah.
good decision after that. And I've just carried that through my whole life. And then now when I don't have those crazy hours, like crazy workouts, I don't feel like accomplished. I'm like, fuck, man, I feel
Less of a man.
less of a man. Like I got to go out and do something.
Oh, but it sounds similar to the little
Yeah.
imposter syndrome that I have.
Yeah,
It's just a different variant, but maybe the same.
yeah, hard.
But like for men, like trainings for like sanity and vanity. Have you heard that?
100%.
Yeah.
Like keeps you sane, and then also like the vanity side of it. But of course, we want to be strong.
Yeah.
We want to know we can look after ourselves. We want to of course, we want to look good too.
Yeah.
But like,
You don't know what you're missing out on if you don't train.
it is,
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It's that feeling.
But you feel good in that chaos, man.
Yeah,
But a lot of people then push themselves to the point of brink where they can feel that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you're in that competitive environment, you could speak on it the best. Like that sense of accomplishment, like when you've done
It's the best
something
feeling
and you
ever.
pull something off, or you
Yeah.
achieve like a different time, you're moving quicker, moving more. You're like,
A
fuck,
PB,
man.
or you've hurt yourself, and you're like,
Yeah.
and you're like, nah, yeah, I went there. Okay,
Yeah,
I went
hard,
there.
hard.
Yeah, yeah, nah, you're
100%.
right. There's a different kind of satisfaction, eh?
Right,
It's
different,
important
yeah.
for men, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important for men. Because like that's the place you find out about yourself.
Right, 100%.
It really is, eh?
And unless you like take yourself there, then you can walk around with the masks. You can walk around with the chest up and the acts and the facades, and you can trick some people.
Hard.
But then you put them there,
Yeah.
and then all right, let's see.
Yeah.
Really,
The Japanese have a saying there, there's 3 masks you have. One you show the world, one you show your family, and the one you keep to yourself.
Ooh.
oh, that's good.
Would
Say
you
it
say-
again.
What the Japanese have a saying, there's 3 masks. There's one that you show the world, one you show your family, and one you only show yourself. Would you say in the competitive space, that's where the mask that you show yourself is revealed?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Oh,
Oh shit!
Because think about it, all anything you're hiding, bro, when you're under that light bulb,
yeah.
it just comes to the forefront. Eh?
Yeah.
Anything
that's
you're running
true,
from?
eh? Yeah.
Who is this man?
Yeah.
I am him.
Yeah, hard. Now show me if you're really him.
Yeah,
Hey,
hard,
yeah. Bro, it could be. Hey, that's a good way to put it.
It would get tested, right?
Huh?
It would get
Yeah,
tested.
bro, look at the
Yeah.
environment he's been in.
That's
It's been a
crazy.
battle from the start, eh?
But that's the same for you. Like say in say the world you used to live, like, but you don't really know what someone's made of until they're pressed.
Yeah.
Because everyone says like, oh, Cash, fuck, if I was there,
But you know,
oh mate, if I was there, I would have regulated that guy on the spot.
Yeah, but
Then
you
you
know
see him get pressed.
but
then
you know
you're like, okay, go.
but you know the I reckon the competitive space is a way more high pressure environment than the street. Because the
You
streets is
reckon?
it's a bluffing game. It's a game of bluff. People bluff on reputation.
Okay.
Like a lot of people, like it's just a game of bluffing. To be honest, I reckon the real gangsters are the athletes. That's what I think now. At my point in life,
Really?
the point I'm at now, any competitive athlete is a real gangster.
Oh yeah, but I wouldn't know. Like
Because think about it. Think about the constant testing yourself, the discipline you have to
Yeah, true.
have as a
true.
like the easiest thing to do is go out and be a fucking monkey and shoot everything. The hardest thing is to stay the course and look after your family and do what needs to be done and provide for your family. That's the gangsters.
Yeah, that's true, bro. That's
So
really
you
good.
gangsters, nigga.
Yeah, hard, eh?
What up,
Oh,
gang?
dang.
What up, gangster? What up, gang?
What up, cuz? What up, gangster?
Nah, yeah, bro, that's a good insight.
Because a lot of people, like, they get it misconstrued. They're looking up to the wrong things. Looking up to these guys telling their stories. It's like, what are we to gain out of this? Unless it's trying to help the youth.
True,
You know?
eh?
It-
Where someone like Triggs is different, eh?
Triggs
I
is-
quite like what Triggs is doing.
Triggs he is who he says he is.
Yeah,
That's why I got
yeah.
so much love and respect for him, his
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
I grew up with them. Every story he tells, I know about the story. I know someone who was involved or
Yeah,
I was in jail with someone that was there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, he's a good dude too, cause so I think when he had just gone inside, I didn't know, like, bro, I didn't have my ear to the street. I don't really know people from that life, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I ordered some of his clothing wear,
Yeah.
and then like, just seen it, wanted to support it, ordered some, right? I didn't say anything, and then recently when he got out, he messaged me and he was like, bro, I just want to say thank you for supporting my stuff. Gonna come buy you lunch sometime or something. I just want to say thank you. I was like, oh, bro, man didn't even have to do that. Like, he doesn't even know me. And then shot me a bit of love on Instagram, man.
Like,
But
it's,
yeah, he's a good dude, eh?
like it's nothing to brag about, but he would be he'd be the Mark Hunter, the criminal word for the Islanders.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
honourable, bro. When he's in the yard, no one's allowed to touch drugs, anything. Everyone's training, everyone gets looked after. No one's allowed to ask the other races for anything.
Wow,
Like
yeah, that's good, eh?
he creates an ecosystem for our people
Yeah.
where
yeah.
it's like everyone upgrades.
Yeah,
And a
yeah.
lot of the Islander guys didn't like it because they wanted to smoke drugs and all this shit, but he wouldn't allow it when he's in the
He was
yard.
the regulator.
Yeah. He was known for that.
It's pretty cool, eh?
Every time
It's
he
in my
said
head,
it,
Yeah, like he really is. He really is. Because my brother's got a close relationship with him. They were together at Goulburn. They're very, very, very close friends. And he looked after my brother because I had a lot. It was at the height of the time I had all my bikie drama.
No, okay.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for him, they would have tried to get my brother. So
Oh, so you must respect him there a little bit
a lot
more
of love
too.
for him, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Bro,
when someone, all they gotta do to the way to a man's heart is through his family members.
bro, 100%. If someone say like someone's got love for my kids,
Yeah.
they're showing
bro.
that real love for my kids, and I'm like, man, I'll do anything for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like what he's doing and the messages he's putting out.
Everything he stands for.
Yeah, what he's trying to do now, like it's good to see actually, especially for all these kids that are
100%.
going
Man.
down that
Well,
path.
What do you reckon about kids? What do you reckon about just before we close it off? What do you reckon about today's youth gang problem and the postcode
Yeah,
stuff? And
yeah. But it's a little bit different for me because I come over from New Zealand a little bit late. So I didn't really understand it as much. And yeah, I wouldn't be the best one to ask about it, but it's like, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
You guys will know better.
No, just seeing it unfold on TV.
Oh, that stuff. So, because I actually like the music,
Yeah.
but I just keep it in its place. Like, some of the music I really like, but
Yeah.
for me, it's just music.
Yeah.
Keep it in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of thing to pump weights to, have a box to, or run to.
Yeah.
But then, like, that's all it is. It's in my earphones. But then it seems like
beyond
some of
that,
these
Politics
guys,
is a whole different.
yeah, hard. But then it seems like some kids are like looking at the videos, looking at these dudes and this life that they're like promoting and saying that they live,
Not really
and
like
saying
that.
like, oh, that's the goal. But like I like what you said, bro. The real gangster, the guys that are disciplined, that are being good fathers, that are training hard,
bro.
that are making something of themselves, bro. Those are the role models, not like not these losers that are trying to portray this life that's supposed to be all that, but it's really gonna get you killed or in prison. Hey,
Like, what do you do when you give up? Like, you just do whatever you want. You do what's easy, right?
yeah.
That's what they're doing in the street, man. It's just what's easier for them. The hardest thing is to get up and go work, bro. Fuck.
Wake up, train hard, push yourself to its limits, all that kind of stuff.
And run at that prop, not the winger.
I'm the man.
Hey, Josh, man.
Gentlemen, lad.
That was an honor and a privilege to have you, man. It's been we were trying to lock in this episode for ages.
Nah, thank you, bro. Like
I
I
was
said,
starting to think that Josh didn't want to come on.
I know, right?
nah, it was that other stuff, you know.
Yeah. The legalities.
That's what we should
Oh, I
call
just had
it.
to do a quick lag and now I'm back.
Government funded holiday.
Yeah, hard.
Nah, bro, but like I said, bro, I've been following your guys' podcast for ages, bro, and I've gotten heaps out of it too. So it was
Right,
cool when
heck,
he's asked
bro.
me to come
Appreciate it,
on.
man.
So like,
You're a very good, honourable man, bro. Shout out to your two boys and your
likewise,
missus.
thank you.
man.
Yeah,
Oh,
hard.
stop,
And
bro.
add
well-
me to your close friends. I want to.
Yeah.
I want to see this shit.
Fade hunters.
That spoon fucking killed me because it brought back all
wooden
the
spoon
memories.
that I use for cooking.
Bro.
That
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Sweet.
Bro, it brought back all these memories of every time my mum cooked at home, you know?
But you see
brother.
how you see how obedient they are when they hear his
Bro,
voice.
oh,
Straight away.
Lad.
telling
How
you,
it
lad.
should be, bro. The dad's voice,
It's
man.
cracker, bro.
Hard. Hey, it was a pleasure, man. Hey, Josh, anytime you want to come on, just reach out to us, bro. We'll
thanks,
happily have you on anytime.
Run it back.
Shop boys.
If you want to have a yarn about something.
It's been mean, bro. It's been
Yeah, hectic.
Everyone, hit the link, subscribe, add all the Instagrams. Tune in for next week's episode. There you have it.
man.
Good boy.
Shot left, bro. Thank you.